Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Art Keller Field here on the campus of Carthage College for today's CCIW championship game featuring the number 4 seed Cardinals of North Central College and the number 3 seed Redmen of Carthage College. Today's CCIW championship game is scheduled for 2 45-minute halves with the possibility of 2 golden goal overtime periods. At this time, we would like to introduce the number 4 seed Cardinals of North Central, who entered today's game with a record of 5-13-1 overall and finished 4-3 in the CCIW during the regular season. The Cardinals advanced to today's championship match after defeating the number 1 seed Wheaton Thunder 5-4 in a penalty kick shootout following a scoreless draw. Captain number 3, Joey Fellini. Goalkeeper 00, Justin DeBoer. Number 4, Andrew Stratton. Number 5, Ryan O'Dean. Number 9, Chandler Ola. Number 11, Matt Koth. Number 17, Harris Hedzik. Number 21, Sean Woodford. Number 22, Carl Beppert. Number 25, Nate Donovan. And number 28, Jared Collier. The Cardinals are coached by Matt Klosterman. He is assisted by Paul Box, Will Muhammad, Dylan Milken, and Joe Trokey. And now for your Carthage College Redmen, who entered today's game with a 10-7-3 overall record, 4-2-1 during the CCIW during the regular season. Carthage advanced to today's championship by defeating the number 2 seed Elmhurst Blue Jays 10-9 in an 11-round shootout Wednesday in the CCIW semifinals following a scoreless draw. Captain number 10, Ivan Chavez. Captain number 18, Shane Riley. Number 1, Nico Mavrogiannis. Number 6, Stefano Dolomas. Number 7, Jake Bukiri. Number 12, Zach Schofstall. Number 14, Jamie Townsend. Number 17, Austin Bitta. Number 20, Kevin Mahoney. Number 22, Giles Phillips. Number 25, Benjamin Potter. The Redmen are coached by Steve Doman. He is assisted by Jordan Innes, CJ Bachman, Andy Connor, Jenna Haas, and Adam Hughes. Today's head official is Abby Okola. His assistants are Jordan Premick, Salvador Garcia, and Prem Kumar. At this time, will you please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, CCIW, and Carthage College, thank you for your cooperation.
All right, hello and welcome to Art Keller Field on the beautiful campus of Carthage College here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. we've got a championship game here tonight against the with the North Central folks, and then the Carthage College Redmen. Lou, how do you think things stack up here? Both teams coming off of penalty shot victories in the semifinals?
I'll tell you what, yeah, it's been a series of up and downs here. The end of the season, Carthage letting in a couple games get away from them, and I think they're going to come out excited. To have to play that Elmhurst team back-to-back, and one of them going into PKs all the way to 11 shooters before it could be decided. It's going to be a good one, Tim. It's a little chilly tonight. We'll have to see how the weather factors into things, but, other than that, I'm looking forward to a great game here.
Yeah, and we did notice as we were coming up and checking the flags, there's really not a wind element tonight. It is a little chilly. We don't know if the lake breeze will pick up at some point, but really still air right now. Should be a pretty evenly played game from a weather factor. So that just means let the better team win, I guess.
I think so, Tim. And I think, some of the folks at home might notice we're one short in the booth. We usually do a three-man booth, and Mike Doman, former Hall of Famer, All-American, he's not with us tonight, so we'll see if we can carry the broadcast without him. But we know he'll be at home watching.
Yeah, by not with us, we mean he's just not here tonight.
Exactly.
He's still with us, folks. So Mike's in Houston. He's listening on his way down to Houston. So I think we're looking forward to an outstanding game here. North Central and Carthage played, I think, to a 1-1 or 0-0 draw earlier in the year. And, both teams, I remember talking to Coach Steve Doman. He said it was probably their toughest game of the season, even given that loss to Wheaton 4-1 on the campus of Wheaton. So North Central will put up a big fight. Record's not great this year. But you know what? They've done well in conference.
They did real well in the conference. I think 4 of their 5 victories came in the conference, actually. So it should be a good game. Everybody's going to be up for a championship game, and so I expect there to be high intensity early. Carthage has done well when they've been able to strike early and get on the board, and I'd like to see them settle back in and make sure to not have any giveaways on defense, Tim. They've let some opponents back into games. Remember the last game we broadcast, there was they took the advantage and then let North Park back into that game. So let's see them see if they can get one early and then settle in.
Yeah, for those on the for those watching, we just got the net fixed at the north goal line. So it looks like we're about to get this contest underway. And again, if you're going to come this far during the year, you might as well win. So I think both teams throw it all out there, play as hard as they can. Hopefully, we keep out of the book, and both teams have a hard-fought game here. And may the better team win. And you know what it is? It's the automatic qualifier to the NCAA tourney, Lou.
And you can bet all these players know that, especially the seniors, Tim.
Yeah, I mean you don't play and fight this hard throughout a 20-game season, semifinals in the conference, to not try to put it all on the line here with a chance to play for the NCAA tourney. So we just get underway here. North Central puts it in play, headed out by Carthage, moving here right to left in the action here. Ball rolls back to Mavrogiannis, so he'll play the ball out, and we'll see what goes on from here.
Interesting that North Central chose to go with a long ball rather than trying to possess early. They went right for the corner, Tim.
Having seen some of North Central's play this year, they've been outshot quite a bit in their contest. So I think they don't want to really have it back in their end. They're going to play probably a flat back here. And play a very defensive game and keep that ball out of their own half, Lou. So that should be Carthage's opportunity to own the middle of the field, to really connect some passes through and see what they can do to stretch North Central's defense wide. So Riley's going to put it in play here. Ball's down the line, moving left to right here.
Chavez
got the ball. One back by North Central. They'll play the ball up and out. Tackle there at the 35. North Central wins it. Again, as you look, North Central really doesn't have any players forward right now. Really trying to sort of pin it back, And the ball's going to sail out for a Carthage throw-in.
Not a lot of possession by either team so far, but that doesn't surprise you probably, Tim, right? At the beginning of a championship game, both teams, the nerves are a little high. It's going to take a few minutes for either team to settle in here.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of jitters here. The ball is probably going to be played a lot at one time. No one wants to be the cause to put their team under and give away a ball that's a little bit cheap, if you will. So right now I think we got a little bit of a heavy foot. No one's been able to settle the ball. I haven't seen really one clean trap here yet. Now Bitta's got the ball on the left side, puts it across.
It's a dangerous ball into the middle.
Dangerous ball, but you see North Central's packed it in. They got 9 guys back, one raking up top and one outside on the right wing. They're not going to let anything cheap go in today, I don't think. So again, Carthage has the opportunity probably to possess. Dispossess right there, and 2-on-5 coming. North Central plays it out wide, coming down the left side here. Ball played in. And dangerous. It was in the box, 2 guys shoulder to shoulder, and probably more dangerous than you'd like early in the game, Lou.
I think so. I think head referee did a good job of not calling that one, but looked like it was more than just shoulder to shoulder there, which is dangerous inside the box.
Yeah, you've got to really be smarter than that. The guy is running away from the goal, not towards it. What you want to do there is just make sure your body's in front and wait for your teammates to help. You don't want to be giving up any penalty shots this early in the game or at any point in the game. You want to make the team earn it. Carthage possessing, ball movement. You got about a 3-pass connection. This is what I think Carthage is going to have to do if they want to win this game. Possess the ball, move it right to left, and see if they can't get North Central out of shape. If you look again, there's that flat back. North Central really high, about the 35. Not going to let any runs. Their stopper and sweeper are playing really tightly together.
Very good switches of the field and holding possession. I think you're right, Tim. North Central seems to be content that when they win it, they're just playing a long ball clear right now. And they don't look like they're that willing to possess. Nice little pass out there wide. I think that's Mahoney out there.
Ball
he looks
put
for
in.
a great cross. It's trapped.
Nothing can't get off the foot there. But again, Carthage playing in some dangerous positions here. I don't think North Central likes where they're at. Goalie comes out, makes a very good play.
That was Zach Schopsel with the chest trap, and he just wasn't able to get a shot off there, but that looked like a dangerous opportunity.
Now, North Central's goalie's rather large. He's probably going to come out and have to make a lot of those plays as he's done all season. So Carthage should be expecting that. They want to probably keep that ball outside the 6 and really drive the crosses in low and hard. Any ball that's floating, he's going to come out and get. I like the switch of fields, but there was nothing really over there. It wasn't an open man.
Bakiri looking to switch there, which he had a strong game the last time we called one, Tim. And, you know, one thing that I think you notice is that this is a Carthage team that is not really at full strength. Would you agree, Tim?
Oh, absolutely. I can, you know, from the beginning of the year, it looks like we're down about 4 starters from game 1 of the year. But it's good. A chance for guys that came off the bench and had a lot of run this year. A few freshmen are getting a start here. Giles Phillips in the back is, you know, you almost can't consider him a freshman, even though he even missed many games early in the season. So, you know, you need guys to step up. It doesn't matter what year you are. Mistakes are mistakes this year, whether you're a senior or a freshman. You can't have those. North Central possessing the ball in Carthage's defensive third here. The first real opportunity for North Central possessing the ball, and they're going to win a corner
kick of the game.
Yeah, they're going to win a corner here. They did a lot of work on the right side. You see they're not really trying to switch the ball. I don't think they want to play a lot of balls across that could be won out by Carthage. I think you're going to see North Central be very careful on how they attack so as not to set their team in jeopardy at all. As you see, they've got a winning corner, Lou, and you still have 5 guys behind the 25-yard line for North Central. Not really looking to attack here on the corner kick. Ball played in and won. But I think the ball swung out of bounds and back in, so too much bend on that, but very dangerous. North Central won that, put a nice header back in and back on net. Had a chance at the back post, but Carthage is going to be fortunate that ball went out of bounds and then sort of came back in on a curl.
It was a really interesting formation on a corner kick, especially this early in the game, Tim, to see them keep so many players outside of the box, almost looking like they're not being super aggressive going forward. So it's an interesting tactic. Yeah,
I mean, you look at this game, I think both teams are in sort of a win or go home for the rest of the year mentality. Neither team has a sparkling record. Now, both teams played a very difficult schedule, but 10 wins is not likely to do it. Great play by Chavez to get it out wide.
Wide to Mahoney, who'll draw Carthage's first corner.
Carthage's going to get their first corner. But, Lou, as I was saying, you're in a situation here, both teams, I think, at 10 wins. Carthage still has to win this game to probably get that automatic bid. Might still have a chance at an at-large berth. But with a couple drops here late in the season to Elmhurst and IIT, probably doesn't look good on the resume. So I think this is a necessary victory here.
Great ball.
Oh, great ball in. I think Giles Phillips was on the end of that.
He got a piece of it for sure.
And North Central's goalie was well out of the box, but I think he did get a glove on that. So
this might be a throw.
Carthage's most dangerous play of the year. Townsend's going to come all the way from the left side. Actually, it's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner, but Townsend throwing that ball in has been a dangerous weapon all season. Here's the corner, and it's played low. Dolomis can't get on the end of it. Chavez is going to win
back. I think he'd go back to Bukiri here.
And he's going to let it run out of bounds. Probably smart play. Let his team get back into formation here. Again, I think Carthage, dominating early possession. Doesn't necessarily mean there's been a lot more activity down at the one end than the other, but North Central, I think, is probably fine with this as we look at it. Nobody on here in the center.
Good settle there to bring
settle,
that down.
But then rush that delivery, a little heavy foot. North Central driving down the middle.
That was Dolomis with a nice trap there, but as you
Ball
said,
swung out wide. I think that's going to run off the table. No.
Dangerous opportunity.
Very dangerous. Hard to see that left side, though. You're going to have to call what's out there on the southwest corner of the stadium here. So
looking for a low switch. Very clever ball right there, Tim.
Oh,
Again, a tough giveaway right in the middle, but the right idea to start that counterattack.
Another situation where you really want your center mid to collect that ball and then drive forward. No need to make that one touch right there. Settle the ball. Look at Chavez.
He'll go. He'll carry.
He's got a man on his back. And he swings it out wide. Nice move. See what he can do. He's got his teammate wide open.
Megs him for the second time.
And North Central will fit to the task there. They have 7 guys back. It's going to be very hard to do this 1v1. You're going to run into multiple defenders, Lou.
That ball a little bit too
swung
firm.
In by Giles. Right now, it looks like a little bit of a slick turf. That ball really skipped to the North Central goalie. Now, DeBoer's out of Warrenville, Illinois.
Clever pass right back to Bitta. Bitta looking to swing it out wide to Mahoney. Not sure if he's going to be able to get it to him or not.
Bitta's got to stay on his feet.
He goes to ground, and now he's playing it from the ground. Surprised there was no call there, but the ref giving them the counterattack.
Ref doesn't want to blow a lot of whistles tonight. You can tell he's going to let the boys play. Nothing dirty has been happening so far, and I think the ref's been wise to keep the whistle in his mouth.
You see North Central is very content to just play the long ball.
Yeah, they're going to want to play the long ball and then pressure Carthage into mistakes. But it has been a faux pas for Carthage all season. So those giveaways, just like that one, have cost Carthage dearly this season.
That's going to be a dangerous free kick opportunity right there, Tim.
So 10 minutes in, this is the most dangerous play probably we have to date here. We got a free kick from about 20 out. Elbow of the goal box, and very dangerous situation here. If this ball is played tight to the net, Mavrogiannis has got to get out there. He's got to show himself to be big here and get his hands up and on this ball. Who's going to be the in-swinger or the out-swinger, Lou?
I'm thinking a left-footed. Oh,
it's going to be an out-swinger.
Oh, driven ball. Off the pipe, Tim.
That ball just hit the post, and no one for Carthage reacted at all. I don't think either team was ready for that. They thought it was going to be a cross, and that ball was put right on the far post.
Low-driven ball right off the woodwork, and that's the kind of thing that'll catch you by surprise, and next thing you know, you're down 1-0, Tim.
Yeah, I think Mavrogiannis is questioning himself there. He didn't see the ball, caught in the lights, or just didn't think that ball was on the frame. All right, ball sent out.
Dolomis is winning a lot of balls in the middle there. He's getting ahead on a lot, but we're not seeming to possess and create much opportunity from it.
Yeah, what you'd like to see here is again, someone on the back end of that. If somebody's having a lot of success going up and winning head balls, you got to anticipate. And I have not seen that second ball anticipation here from Carthage yet. Well done, 1v2. Bitta with the nice ball back. And Carthage should come up. So both teams sort of content here to sit back, not let anything sort of get through.
Bitta with
and
a
make
giveaway.
Both teams go the long way up the field here. Another giveaway by Carthage, but Riley's there, the senior, to pick that ball off and play it upfield here. Carthage driving on the attack, but again, 1v3 in the middle.
Gets it
North
wide to
Central's
Mahoney.
got plenty of guys back here. And that's going to be a Carthage throw-in.
Coach Doman
puts it in.
Coach Doman's looking more active than we've seen him. He wasn't happy about something he saw out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's fond of the giveaways in the back. I know it's plagued him all year. When we talked to him, he said, it's a young team, but these are really cost us a lot of games. So you can imagine Carthage's record if they weren't giving the ball away in the back at least once a game and putting themselves under. So we've got another corner, and Chavez is going to take that one. Like to see Ivy probably put this ball around the 12 or get a slip header on the first guy going near post, Lou, and try to get this ball in the back, change of direction here. Let's see what happens. Low slung ball. In, and he's got the ball right back.
Right into his own player.
And he's got it again.
Clever move there.
Clever. Can he get it out?
Draw another corner.
Win another corner. Look at North Central pack back there. It's a sea of red in front of that goal. They are not going to let anything go in cheaply here. So Chavez is back to taking a corner. What do you think he should have done with that ball? You think he should have played it far post after he won that second one, Lou?
I don't know. I think he made the move, but unfortunately he wound up running into his own offensive player. This ball swinging out a little bit further, like you said, Tim. Giles got a head on it, but just couldn't get much power on it.
Uh-oh. And the ball's going to be one out for a throw. And we'll see if Towson comes across the field. This is still one of those dangerous spots where Towson's had a lot of success winging that ball in around the 6-yard box and connecting on the head of Giles Phillips. And North Central's going to win that out.
Big counter opportunity here, Tim. A lot of space in front of number 9.
And it looks like we're on a 3v5 now, so Carthage able to get most of their players back here. So North Central on the wide side of the field.
Good defense.
And taken away easily by...
Might have been Towson over
there. Was
that
Towson?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stand-up defensive play.
And again, both teams finding it hard to
there goes Towson streaking down the field. He's making a hard run from the defense, Tim. And he had to pull up, wasn't able to get it wide to him.
That's fine. You
good
want to
possession.
possess.
Yeah, good possession here. I'd like to see him come wide.
But the ball movement's got to be tight. You can see there's about a 20-yard
gap. Very good.
Players. Very good move.
Some real opportunity.
And crossed.
Oh, really developing here and just got deflected.
Yeah, I think there was a chance to make a turn on the box there for Schofstall. I don't think he thought he was as open as he was. He made a very clever touch. Probably could have turned it and seen what was in front of him, but laid it off to Chavez, which wasn't a bad play. I just don't think the young man was able to tell he was that open.
Agreed.
On the top.
Chavez unfortunately got the shot blocked. Thought maybe he was going to go one more wide to Mahoney, who was out there, and tried to bring the ball back to the middle. But
I think had he done that, that ball would probably had to be played across, or it would have been a very clever ball to the back post if it was going to be a shot. He didn't have a great angle, but getting shots on the net is it's going to be very important here. I think no goalie here really wants to have to make too many saves.
Looks like a player hurt there, Tim, going down hard onto the track.
Yeah, I think it was more a situation of where he landed versus how hard the contact was. So again, about 15 minutes in, how do you size things up, Lou?
I'm starting to see Carthage possess the ball a little more, which I like, Tim. As you mentioned, it looks like North Central is really content to just play that long ball in, but that's not to say they haven't had one of the most dangerous opportunities of the game, which came from one of their free kicks. Smart
play out by Mavrogiannis. Couldn't get the ball under control there. A chance to take that down with your chest, probably. And we went with I think, acrobatic type of effort there. So giving the ball right back to North Central in our own defensive third.
Again, you see Coach Doman talking to the bench, and I think that's exactly what he's saying to his players right now. We got to play simple, guys. Make the chest trap. He had a lot of time.
I think
referee says play on. Nice counterattack opportunity here.
I think if you play simple here, you've got a real chance.
Chavez swings
that's
it out
simple play.
Great through ball.
Brilliant
through ball to Giles.
Breakaway.
It's over.
And the goal. A lovely goal. Wow. Giles Phillips. Now that is smoked through a keyhole twice.
That was
threaded. 2 passes threaded.
I don't know if we'll get a replay here, Tim, but if you watch the first ball by Bitta to Giles Phillips was just a brilliant ball, smoked through a keyhole, just like you say. And then Giles showing some real maturity to thread that across one more time.
Would have been a very typical finish for Phillips as fast as he was coming down.
with the ultimate finish, but man, was that
pretty. The freshman's got to be ecstatic right now. That was an incredible finish given how tight he was covered and the angle he had, and he just lit up the top of the net.
Wonder if we can get a quick replay here.
Watch. The replay. Watch the ball threaded right there on a diagonal, and a nice play by Schofstall to make sure he had a firm foot on the ball and able to deliver it in the back of the net. Carthage up 1-0 about 17 minutes into the first half. That's the start we've been looking for all season, Luke.
I think, Tim, that's going to give them the confidence they need to continue to settle in the game. We were just saying they were just starting to dominate the possession. That one came on a nice counterattack opportunity. You know, maybe a questionable, didn't look like a foul. I think the ref made the right call, but quick counterattack, and those are going to be the opportunities to score because, as you see, North Central is more content to hang back, so they're going to be most susceptible on those counterattack plays.
And you know where that play originated again? It was a winning ball out of our back third. It was a play up the middle where I told you there was going to be some room to maneuver, and both Phillips and Bitta took advantage of it, threaded that ball through. A great run by Phillips all the way from his sweeper position.
You love when your sweeper comes making a run on the opposite side of the field, and then one of those midfielders could find him. Then the way Bitta slotted that through, if probably at halftime we'll be able to get that replay up from the whole development. But you'll notice Chavez made a great play there too to win a closely contested ball in the middle to get it wide to Bitta, and then Bitta, he didn't spend much time. I think it was a touch and a slot, and that's how you get some pretty soccer.
I mean, Phillips looked like a witch on a broomstick the way he swooped in there, right? I mean, came from nowhere. That was about a 40-yard dead sprint, a one touch without a heavy foot, kept that ball isolated, and had a great effort passing over to Schofstall. Carthage again on the attack here. And North Central, it's a good 1v1 defense.
Well defended there.
I think Dolomas has got to be careful.
Here comes another counter opportunity, Tim. Wow.
Can someone get on the end of that? No. Wow. That is Carthage is sort of pouring it on right now.
Great save by the keeper there, Tim.
North Central needs to get their composure here if they're going to stay in this game early.
Keeper was well positioned there. It was a good shot. It was right at him, unfortunately, but it was still a good, dangerous shot. And unfortunately, no one was there to pick up the cleanup because the keeper on the dive got himself on the ground.
You know what the great play was? The low-driven ball by Bitta and the near-post run. So it gave him a little less goal to work with, but he was able to get that shot off, and we had a rebound chance, and we've got to be ready to follow those up. Looks like the offside flag was going to be up. Townsend with a nice win. Can we get the ball across? Plays it back out to Townsend. Townsend in.
Clever ball.
Clever, very clever. So not able to get on the back end is Mahoney, but again, Carthage is starting to feel the game out. North Central's a little back on their back foot right now, unable to really
look at that.
Get any pressure going forward.
That was
Schofstall again, the freshman with a chance at 2 goals in the first 20 minutes of the first half here. So you got to love the attack you're seeing from the young kid. So North Central on the attack, but Bukhari's got size, he's got speed, great body position, and a nice win there in the corner.
Going back to the goal, Tim, for a second, you love it when you see a defender that can also show the calmness and poise that Giles Phillips showed in being able to settle that ball and make a slotted, one more pass rather than taking the shot. Really, really nice. And we talked about the fact that if not for some injuries, you might see Giles playing up more as a defensive midfielder. And it doesn't surprise me that he had that type of poise, but it's really nice to see it coming out of your defenders.
A little bit of a heavy foot here twice, but you can see that Carthage is starting to control that ball in the midfield. And that's a dangerous situation for North Central, the way they're packing it back here. 4 guys in a line, trying to play a little bit of a trap. And the 2 runs that Carthage has had winning plays on have been diagonal runs, and that's how you beat a trap. You can't run forward. You need to run at a diagonal so you can stay on side. So Mahoney with a nice play. Sends the ball upfield, but North Central picks that off. One thing we got to be concerned with is Dolomis is making some tackles that might earn him a card. What we can't get early is having anyone with any type of card, so they can't play as physical and tough throughout the match.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
I think that's only the second whistle of the match here, so it's been a rather clean contest.
You're right. No warning given out, no card. Just
a little bit of a heavy tackle there. And Carthage will take it out from their own 35 here. Let's see if they play it short and try to go with a control passing game, and they do.
They do.
And I think that's where Carthage's bread and butter is. If you're a better, more skilled team, at least on this given night, you want to start connecting more passes and getting North Central to get out of shape. But what you don't want to do is give any giveaways in the back.
Once again, really nice play by Giles there to step up into the middle and make that wide pass. They're going to have to regroup and set it up again, but I like, again, the the poise he's showing. Bitta can run onto this ball.
Bitta saw where that was going. Can he get underneath? Nice play by North Central defender.
Defended.
Uses body. Bakari's going to play that back in.
Wow, great pass there from Bakari.
Looked like Shawstall came from an offside position, but he must have just been in front of the last man.
There's Mahoney out on the
left, wing.
See if he can create.
Great effort to get that ball across. Picked off by North Central's defense. So, again, North Central's got to win out. They have one target player.
There's a giveaway. Here comes Giles, and he decides to rip it.
Phillips rips. That wasn't as far wide as it looked from the young kid. Again, one target player for North Central high, and he's really got nowhere to go with it but back. So either he's going to have to really stall that ball up top and control it for a while to wait for his teammates to come up, or he's going to play that ball back and he could put his own team under. So it's a very dicey prospects for North Central as they try to build the attack.
I like the decision to shoot that ball, Tim, from there. Again, Giles Phillips is showing me a lot of maturity for a freshman.
Now, the one thing Carthage has got to protect against is to try to get, I think this game is out of hand here. It's 1-0. North Central isn't in this final game for nothing, so we don't want to send too many guys forward and lose sort of our shape in the back, Lou. And Carthage has had a couple instances where they've lost 2-0 and 3-1 leads, only to get foiled and end up losing matches like that or letting the other team equalize and tie the game. So I think Carthage wants to play with a lot of energy, wants to play with a lot of skill, but they need to make sure they have the shape in the back. If someone makes a run like Phillips, somebody's got to move in behind to take that space.
That's a great point, Tim. I think there's nothing worse. They say the most dangerous lead in soccer is a 2-0 lead, right?
Soccer and hockey, yeah. You sort of rest on your laurels a little bit. You think offensively you can do anything you want, and then it's one counterattack. It's 2-1. The momentum's changed hands, and all of a sudden you're feeling the nerves again. So, not that 1-0 is better than 2-0. I'd take a 2-0 lead any time, but it's just the way you end up playing and the mindset. You got to continue to play the game and not try to think you're just going for a 5-0 win.
Substitution there, and Schofstall just came out.
Good win by Bitta. And Carthage on the attack. About a 4-on-5, though. You can see how North Central still packed back. That direct ball, Lou, is not working. What has worked so far is the diagonal ball. A ball laced through space behind the defense. Any direct ball is going right to the North Central goalkeeper, DeBoer.
There's a giveaway right there, Tim. That's a case of not checking all the way through.
And North Central is going to earn a corner kick.
Kerry did good to close in on him there in the corner, but
yeah.
No, you're right. The one thing I like too, though, that I see is we talked about this last game that we broadcast together because North Park did it against us, attacking through the middle a little bit, and Carthage has been willing to do that, and they've created some opportunities. It looks like they're going to change that.
So about 24 minutes into the match here, we're going to get a different North Central player to take the corner kick. Again, North Central still back. 4 guys high. Not a lot of guys in the box, but if they have their tallest guys, they throw a short ball in. Mavrogiannis, I like that he came out and got that ball. That was well played.
Chavez really ran
good
hard
hustle by Chavez to make North Central just sort of play the ball forward, and now Carthage can win the ball and has a throw-in for Riley. So again, early in this game, both teams were feeling each other out. Carthage has had the better of play in the last, I'd say, 15 minutes of this contest.
That's Nate.
But North Central's also got one off the fixture, so.
That's Nick Barstatus coming in for Nate Donovan here on the right-hand side. Tim.
You can see both benches have no one sat down the whole time, so both teams are really into this match. Kids are chomping at the bit to get a chance to play in this one, seeing that how much is at stake here. There's a situation there where 2 Carthage players are thinking the other one's going to get it. There's no communication. So one of the biggest things for you youngsters out there is soccer and all sports are really about talking, communicating to make things easier. Not everything's got to be full speed when you know what your teammate's going to do because they're talking to you. Very cheeky
clever,
down the side,
quick.
very clever.
Good first touch.
And the ball, a little heavy,
Chavez,
Chavez would have been on that with maybe a 2v2 coming out with Mahoney on the right side or the left side.
That was a great first touch by the substitution.
Dolomas with a great win back and a chance to drive at the North Central defense. Plays it to Chavez on the 20. Chavez Deacon with the ball. He's going to play it back to Bitta. Can Bitta get a shot off? No, he's going to play it outside to Riley. Riley outside to Mahoney. Mahoney across. And ball played over the net. North Central keeper DeBoer was looking to come out and fend off the cross, and the ball just went high over the net. Not overly dangerous, but got the North Central keeper off the line, something Carthage will remember later in the match. Goal kick played to midfield.
A lot of space right there in the middle.
Interesting that nobody is really marking someone in the middle of the field there. So good play out by Bitta. Outside
of the foot from Bitta.
Ball played in. Chavez has got it. Chavez back on the ball. Got his back to player 1v1. Does a little around the world. Can they keep it in? No. Just played behind Riley. Nice play by Chavez going a little bit around the world. Now, Lou, your son's here tonight, as mine is, and Ben Burke. You think they were watching that move by Chavez? You think Mikey picked anything up?
I think they were. They tend to they enjoy sitting down watching some YouTube, Tim, and trying to mimic and create. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do as a youngster. Keep that ball on your foot, practice as many moves as you can, and just get the feel for the ball.
North Central right back at him, number 3. Joey Fellaini, was that Joey Fellaini again? Yeah, Joey Fellaini with some nice footwork there, keeping the ball pinned back here in the Carthage defensive third. Ball played target high. Bakari pushes him back. Ball played, swung out wide side on the far side of the field. Played in, and a little pinball action, and Mavrogiannis is going to get the ball calmly at his goal line. Again, another situation where anytime the ball's back at your 18, you're protecting a 1-goal lead, the nerves have to pick up for the coaching staff.
Absolutely, Tim. Looks like Mavrogiannis had that one very comfortably, but another nice wide ball from Bitta.
Outside, very nice bring down. And the shot, and it's blocked by North Central. He wins it back. And just sort of runs over Mahoney, but there's no call. And I don't think it warranted a penalty shot, but not really playing the ball there, Lou. So a little bit of a rodeo move, it looked like.
Yeah, I think especially based on the way this head official has been calling the game so far, he's not going to get that call.
So you know what's interesting? Towson, in the last game we were watching, in the Elmhurst game, took every throw no matter where it was on the field.
Expect a big one here, Tim. This is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he should be well rested.
On
this
a
is
rope,
really the first one.
Flick.
And can't get the shot off. Chavez is still in there. Pinballed out, and North Central carrying the ball out. But again, one player forward for North Central. And Bitta wins the ball right back.
Strong.
Plays it through, and a nice play by North Central's number 25. Nate Donovan in the back. Get a back heel on that ball. Played up. That ball looks like it's going to run off the table for a Carthage throw-in, or goal kick. So 30 minutes into the match, roughly. A good crowd on hand. Both teams look like they're well represented here. The Carthage Crazies are down there in the first row where they usually occupy it. And, banging on pots and pans and buckets. So trying to keep a lot of energy here in the stadium. Mavrogiannis puts it out right about midfield. Carthage wins the ball.
Really good diagonal ball. That's that ball you're talking about, Tim. Unfortunately, Chavez couldn't get to it, but
Carthage wins it back. Chavez is who you want to have the ball, and you just want him to make better decisions there. Really his first bad decision of the match, and was able to win it back. Two right in a row. So Carthage got to clean up the passing. They're not getting overly pressured to be making passes like that. So let's settle down here. Play the ball if you need to. You should always be playing the corner flags if you're ever in a situation.
Great ball right there.
Great ball played across. Mahoney unable to get on the end of it. Bitta, can he get a shot off? He does near post.
Keeper got a piece of that. The keeper got a piece of that.
DeBoer gets a left hand on that. Ball just sent wide. Looks like the outside of the netting there. But Bitta tried to go near side, almost bent that ball in around the defense.
It's really opening up here in the last 10 minutes, Tim. A lot of opportunities.
Yeah, Carthage has got to be happy with the pressure they're putting on the back line of North Central. North Central needs to find some composure and start winning balls and getting up the field, or they're going to be put under this whole match. There's Towson with the dangerous ball in. Can Phillips get on the back end?
Oh.
Another opportunity. It looked like that ball was played out by North Central again. Number 50, I think that was Rimkus. Looked like he was on the back end and had the best shot after Phillips. Looked like he went up and won that head ball.
Townsend's been serving up some beautiful balls here from the
These
corner.
are some very
Another one
dangerous
bending
balls.
right in that one, a little bit too close. Keeper came off his line and
not only was that too
grabbed it.
close, the real interesting part was it was played too close and in the center where the goalie could get it. It wasn't played near post where a Carthage player could get on the head before the goalie could get to the ball. Dolomus with a dangerous pass back. Carthage wins it out and has possession of the ball here. Played wide. Again, Carthage has been most dangerous when they're going up the middle. Bitta and Chavez have really had their way with this. Oh, diagonal effort. Looked like a little bit of a handball, but going to be able to play it out. Careful there, Ivy. Ball played wide, and here comes North Central on the counter.
Good hustle.
One
is that
easily.
Medesi there, Tim? Or?
Yeah, Lou, you're right. That was great pressure and made North Central play a ball. They probably didn't want to release so quick. Oh, clever, and a shot.
Little wide.
Ball played wide near post. Didn't get a lot on that one. Probably had some room to maneuver. Plus, he had two of his teammates up there, and maybe a little bit something a little more clever could have been done there. But getting shots on net important. Make the board, make some plays. But if we're going to be shooting Lou, from the outside, I'd like to see someone following the shot. I just see everyone watching after the ball's been sent in on a shot. If you're already up in the attacking third and you're inside the 18, why not make that extra 10 yards to see if you can get a ball that's spilled out?
Oh, wow.
DeBoer going well out of his net to play that ball up the line. Well played.
Clever
a little
ball.
Nervous here if you're North Central.
Clever
that ball
by
was
Chavez there. He saw a guy making the run, and it was a little bit too aggressive, but I liked the thought.
Chavez tried to do a quick throw, but there were two balls on the field. Like what Chavez did there because they would have a little 2v1 game on the outside. And those are two of the guys with Vogel and Chavez with the clever feet.
Coach C.J. Bachman, very active right now, talking to Chavez, giving him some instruction.
Yeah, C.J. does a lot of work with the forwards and the midfielders. And today you can see it's really paid off. The team is really sort of spot on here, creating a lot of dangerous opportunities. Not really turning the ball over as much as they have in the prior few matches.
A lot of space on that side of the field. I like the switch. And look at Giles with, again, the diagonal ball. Bitta making the nice run. It's not going to get through.
Now, that one wasn't done on transition. That's going to be a little bit tougher. I mean, North Central is all facing the ball at that point. So the difference there is they're able to win the ball going forward rather than tracking back and having that ball slotted through. So Phillips, I can see what he was trying to do there, but probably a situation where he could have taken some space with the ball, see if he could draw some defenders out and play the ball across. All right, Lou, we're about 35 minutes into this match here. And Carthage with the ball at the 40, probably going to put it into the mixer and see what they can get. A lot of jersey there.
All over the jersey there, Tim, and the referees did not see
the linesman's
that.
the one that's got to pick that up. That's a pretty clean play to pick up.
Dolomus laying one off to Chavez. He just didn't get enough on that.
Not enough wood on that ball. You're right, Lou. But I like where Carthage is at here again.
Yeah. If you notice, Tim, I mean,
oh, no.
A little miscommunication there.
Phillips there to clean up the mess, though.
North Central really hasn't possessed at all today. I haven't seen them put more than 2 or 3.
Wow. So Chavez working really hard there. Should get the benefit of the call, much like an NBA game. Doesn't get the call, and yet the ref calls a handball on a guy taken down not once but twice.
I think he actually called Chavez for the foul.
No, he called a handball.
Oh,
he called Chavez for a handball as he went to the turf after getting tripped.
Interesting.
And if a guy's willing to fight and not go down that easily, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Carthage wins the head ball back out.
Won by Townsend.
I think that's Dolomus giving high pressure again. North Central does not want anything to do with moving that ball around their back line. That ball is going to go back and be played right away forward. They are not
forward to the corners. They are not, like I said before, it seems that they haven't even strung more than kind of 2 or 3 passes together before a long ball and they lose possession. That's what you like to see. Carthage can settle in, continue to switch the field the way they've done it, attack through the middle, attack with that diagonal ball, and I think we're going to see a lot more opportunities if North Central keeps playing this style of soccer.
Looks like Chavez is going to get a breather, and boy, has he earned it tonight. He has really been on his game. He's dominated that center. He's working his way from about the 50 to about the 10-yard line if you're looking at the football field, or about midfield to the 18-yard box. and he's been playing between the hash marks, and that's where he needs to be. He doesn't need to be wide side, and he shouldn't be pinned all the way back in his own end. The further you can get him upfield and the tighter into the middle, the better off Carthage is. Vogel goes up.
Look at these throws.
Carthage wins it. Dolomis with the slotted ball over. A little heavy on the touch there.
Oh, interesting.
And the ref's going to give a little obstruction play. Not a very professional foul there.
Absolutely.
One that either if you get called for it, you're not going to get a yellow card. And if you don't get called for it, your teammates are going to win the ball. So very clever. Don't let him transition on you and get a quick breakout. North Central going to put the ball back in play. Up to the Carthage 20-yard line and play back forward. So a bit of pinball action here.
Giveaway.
Carthage looks like they're going to win that ball. Very clever.
Right idea, Tim.
North Central tracking back hard, and they're going to win the ball back. But Carthage is pretty much doing whatever they want with the ball. Even when they lose it, they're repossessing the ball, which I haven't seen in the last few games. So Carthage is really playing at a fast tempo. North Central hanging with them defensively. But we got a handball. Looks like the ref's going to be on that. A great opportunity as Mahoney was shot out of a cannon there. Looked like he was going to have a chance to either put a ball on net or put the ball across, with the last defender probably about 6 yards from him when he was going to repossess that ball. But as it stands, that's going to be a dead ball in a very interesting spot for Carthage, right at about 24 yards out, Lou. Do you put this ball on net, or do you try to swing it in and find Giles Phillips on the back bar?
I'd go for Giles Phillips if it's me. He's shown the ability to win almost everything
now,
in the
air. If you look at DeBoer, he's well positioned out of the net. And Townsend goes in, and the ball's going to be played across by North Central. So a corner kick's going to be won, but I like the driven ball by Townsend. And Lou, what I like about that ball is the opportunity to either let that ball ride in, much like Willian from Chelsea plays that really low-driven free kick, and it sometimes fools the goalie thinking someone's going to get on the end of it. No one touches it, and it just sort of rolls into the near or far post. So very good ball by Townsend. Here comes the corner kick.
That one a little strong. Keeper is there to punch it out.
Now, DeBoer is 6'3", so those high balls are going to be where he's got his biggest strength. That's why I think that ball's got to be out near the 12, or it's got to be a near post, or really swung deep and out back if you're trying to put the ball back across.
I got to agree with you on that one. I think the last two, if you're swinging it that close between the 6 and the goal line, it's just he's going to command that area and he's going to win those balls. I'd like to see that ball come out maybe closer to the penalty kick spot, Tim, and look for a header from that angle.
Wow, we haven't said Mavrogiannis' name in about 30 minutes here. So that's good news if you're on the Carthage side. Not great news if you're a North Central fan. So
a lot of speed coming down the corner there.
And Carthage has another opportunity. They play the ball in swinger and played out by North Central. Again, packed back, 8 guys back. Not willing to give up another one here before the half.
Townsend hustling back.
Townsend's got great wheels.
Defensive play.
He's got a motor that doesn't quit. And have we ever talked about his throw-ins?
So far, we've seen 2 of them today, and again, both have been dangerous. Bet he gave himself a good rug burn on that one, Tim. I see him reaching down at the quad a little bit, but he's willing to sacrifice body to make a nice defensive stop.
Yeah, the nice thing about the turf fields are a real true bounce. They get matted down. They can play a little bouncy, a little hard. And if it gets a little slick, the ball really tends to slide. But more of a true hop, much like playing in an indoor game.
I'd like to see Carthage go short ball here, Tim. Looks like they're going to elect for the long ball, but 3 defenders back.
They haven't
I'd like
really
to see us possess out of the back.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot, and there's a dangerous ball sort of hit off 2 North Central players, and DeBoer's there to quickly get on it. But you're right, Lou. They've done a lot of that, but I don't know how much confidence they have given how many giveaways they've had this season. So Coach Dolman might just say, hey, let's take our chances winning the ball at midfield. Not the way he probably wants to play, but what he's seeing as winning soccer to get themselves into the NC2A tourney. I think they do whatever. It doesn't have to be pretty at this point. You're expecting a 1-goal lead. You're getting a ton of offense, so it's not like you're sitting back. And I think you just play the game and keep the ball to your end.
Dangerous opportunity here.
Ball slotted through Mavrogiannis. Another direct ball that it's going to be hard on this kind of turf to get that ball, to have that ball slow up. That ball usually is going to tend to be played at a very fast rate here. Big pump by Mavrogiannis. Haven't seen that one in a while. Ball all the way down to the 30-yard line. Again, the ref, I think that we only had 3 or 4 whistles, no yellow cards, so really clean game. Physical game, but very clean. And speaking of fouls, he's calling, I think, his 5th of the match. So, again, no one's gone down really hard. The kids are playing a very tough brand of soccer, very physical, very fast-paced, but very clean. That's what you like to see.
Totally agree, and I think both of the games that we've broadcast this year have been well officiated. This one I would put right into that category. Great ball by Bitta.
Won by the North Central defense.
Giles gets a head on it, slipped, but again, right to the keeper.
Wow, Vogel there, right on the doorstep, about 8 yards out. That ball slung up, got him about waist high.
Phillips.
And, Phillips looked like he might have taken some head-to-head contact.
He may be playing with a slight abrasion from a previous game.
Well, and you think about the head-to-head contact and all these injuries you're seeing to the head, and football is really one that's caught everyone's attention, but all these other sports where we're being a lot more protective here in the NC2As and as well in the pro game about anything to the head. They want to check and make sure the player's okay. So Phillips looked like he's okay to continue on and going to play the ball forward. So Phillips wins the ball outside. Looks like that ball's going to run off the table for a Carthage goal kick. But what I like about that play there, Vogel, that ball sort of came up on him, his back, and he was a little twisted. If you could have get a little bit on and played near or far post and not right back at DeBoer, looks like it would have been a 2-0 lead there for Carthage. But as it stands, 1-0 Carthage here with about 3 minutes to play in the first half.
You think Coach Doman is pleased with what he's gotten out of his squad today so far, Tim?
I've got to say, if there was no score in soccer, he would be quite enthused right now. I mean, you're looking at about a 90-10 game if you're talking ball possession and the bulk of the better play. But when there's goalies in the goals and they can protect the net, it's really only 1-0. So I think he'd love to see a bigger lead right now. Getting that second goal here before half would be a real insurance move for Carthage as they go into the second half. And I don't think it's a situation where Carthage would let up. The way they're playing right now, it looks like they've got a real nose for the goal. And with Chavez out here in the last 7-8 minutes, they've still managed to possess the ball. And again, if you look back, you have 6 players under the 30-yard line for North Central on a relatively innocuous ball sent long, about a 50-yard ball. So North Central in a dangerous situation and just gave the ball away. They did not want to play with it on the back line.
They don't. Let's see if Bitta can create. He's looking for that angled shot.
And he's going to go for ball possession back to Townsend.
Right back to Bitta.
Opens Bitta back up. Well played. And given away. So here comes North Central on a targeted player. But again, they have no one forward to get on the back end of any of those balls. And Carthage really wants to protect this last 2 minutes. You don't want to give up anything cheap after you played this well for 45 minutes. So I should say for 43 minutes at this point.
A bit of a simulation there, and that could be costly, Tim.
And that ball's going to be played way wide. But again, that's
looks
that
like
giveaway.
He was looking for a foul. It really wasn't a foul. It was a giveaway. And
I'll tell you one thing. The difference I've noticed with the refereeing is when we played, there was calls on virtually every play when someone went down in the field. And the last 2 games we've been up here in the booth, the refs have really let them play. They're not affording guys simulation or going to the ground without really getting fouled. They're making you earn contact, and they're letting guys play. So I love this brand of soccer. So it's going to take a lot for a guy to get a foul call on him, and even more to get a yellow or red card. So we should be playing a 11v11 for the entirety of this match.
1 minute left here, Tim.
Dangerous play.
Wouldn't surprise me if they look for a long ball header here.
Yeah, North Central's going to play this ball in the mixer and see if they can pinball this around and be on the back end of it.
Well-driven ball.
And Mavrogiannis caught that ball at his knees. He's either got to come out and play that above his head and win it, or he's got to be back on his line. You can't be in between. That was almost costly, but as it stands, Mavrogiannis is going to play the ball out, and Carthage likely to go into the half here up 1-0. And got to be happy with the way they played, not necessarily with the only getting 1 goal here.
That ball was about a fraction of a centimeter short of being flicked right into the back of the net.
Yeah, if that was, if you would think if they had someone like Giles Phillips on the back, that ball would have been slip-headed right into the back of the net. So
6, 5.
We got about 5 seconds left, and this is going to do it for the first half. 1-0 Carthage. First half of the CCIW championship, which we haven't mentioned here since the beginning of the game, Lou, and that's the stakes we're playing for. Both teams have 15 minutes right now to talk, regroup, figure out how they're going to come out and attack. Is North Central going to sit back for the rest of the second half? I can't imagine they're going to do it for the whole half, but for how long are they going to do that?
I got to imagine, Tim, that they at some point they're going to have to change up the strategy and try to bring some more men forward. They got to get themselves back into the game, and Carthage doesn't seem to be letting up. So they know Carthage is going to come out looking to put another couple in the back of the net.
And we got a replay of the first goal.
What a brilliant first touch, and then just again the maturity to slot that through to his teammate for the easy goal. That was really nice.
Yeah, that was that's the prettiest goal I've seen from Carthage all season. What I'd like to see here in the second half is more of the same. We need to get that diagonal pass, Lou. The opportunities are going to be created if Carthage can continue to control the ball in the back, target Chavez and Dolomis in the middle, let Bitta come out of his defensive midfield position, and target guys going forward. And then if we can get some diagonal balls crisply played, I think we can get on the back end behind the North Central defense and make life tough for DeBoer there in the North Central goal. So as we come out in the second half, what we're likely to see here, Carthage is going to be moving right to left, going to the far side of the field where not a lot of action was happening here in the first half of the game. But in the second half, I anticipate that end will be heavy with shots and ball possession. So Carthage's big opportunity here, Lou, is possess the ball. That's the one thing they've done better with North Central. They possess the ball in the back and driven balls up and targeted guys in the middle with other people to play off of them versus North Central playing a low targeted player beneath his own 50 and waiting. He's got to possess the ball for about 5 seconds just to get his players back up the field because they're all stuck under the 18-yard box. So how does North Central sort of capitalize on getting that ball to the target? They're going to have to sprint out and then tire themselves? How does that happen, Luke?
The only way I see them creating some dangerous opportunities is a strategic shift in their style of play right now, Tim. They've got to be willing to, move some more men forward. Like you said, they've been kind of packing it in, and if we haven't seen them string 3-4 passes together for the entire game. So they're gonna have to take that approach of we need to possess, because right now the long ball, like you say, Carthage has been strong in the back, and they've really been able to hold them at bay in the back, and all you're doing is tiring out some guys without a lot of opportunity. So
Lou, let me tell you, I'm going to run through the stats here real quick, and there's a lot of marks here on shots and shots on goal, and even a goal and an assist on the Carthage end. But what we've seen here is DeBoer for North Central's had to make 5 saves out of 6 shots on frame. And how many do you think Mavrogiannis has had to make in terms of shots on net?
If I were to guess, it can't be more than 2 or 3, Tim.
Well, the stats are up here on the board. Thank you, John. He has not made any saves tonight, so he had to come out and make some plays in the air, but those aren't necessarily shots. So the one real dangerous shot, if you remember, was, I don't even know if it was meant to be a shot. It was that crisp ball played on the dead ball from about 24 yards out, and the ball was put on net, hit the frame,
hit the woodwork,
absolutely, and came ricocheting right out. So. So shots faced 10 here for North Central, 3 for Carthage. So I think if you're going to continue that trend here, you're going to have a situation where North Central's not going to be able to get back in this match.
Yeah, you contrast this game, Tim, with the last one we called, which was against North Park, and we were saying the one thing we didn't see was Carthage, other than those couple dangerous throw-ins and a couple dead ball plays, they weren't creating opportunities. Tonight, you see a completely different team, based on some of the stuff we've already talked about. And what does that produce? That produces 10 shots, 6 of them on target, which is great. That's what you want to see. 60% of the shots are going on target. We've seen the keeper make a couple of great saves. If Carthage keeps playing this style, it would not surprise me to see another one in the back of the net before the night's over, Tim.
So it looks like we've got some miniature Carthage Redmond fans on the field. That looks like a Mikey Defalco, Lou's son, Aiden Burke, my son, Aaron Burke, running out there. Ben Burke out there on the pitch. A couple kids that play for Evolution Soccer in Naperville and having an undefeated campaign of their own.
That's right, Tim, and they're going to have 2 games tomorrow. So some might say that good parents wouldn't bring their sons to a game late, but there's no better way to learn the game than coming and watching it and getting out there on a college pitch at halftime and taking some shots on goal and working on their moves. So
and the
we'll see how that pays off tomorrow.
Interesting thing is the positions these kids mainly play are 3 of the best players on Carthage to watch. You got Mikey Defalco and Aiden watching, and Ivy Chavez and Dolomas. And then a Ben Burke watching a Towson and a Bida. And, I don't forget to mention like a Jake Bakary and the whole team. But, they can learn a lot from watching the guys play. And tonight those guys have an outstanding game. I don't know who I'd give. I know the goal was scored by Schofstall, but I don't know who yet is the player of the match. So probably too early, given there's 45 minutes of action to play. But right now you got to like how you feel. So if you had a man of the match here for the first half, who would you give that nod to?
I'd have to actually say it's between one or two people. Chavez has undoubtedly played a great game, but I would say it might be Giles Phillips or even Bida. Bida, some of his passes have been those creative diagonal passes that have helped create the goal that we do have, and a lot of the opportunities that unfortunately didn't go in thanks to some good saves. But I think all 3 of those guys have been tremendous. But Giles in particular, for him especially going both sides of the field, he's doing a great job closing down defensively. He's winning balls in the air, and he just created a brilliant opportunity that turned into a goal thanks to a pass from Bida. So I'd go with Bida and Giles Phillips.
And interesting that you mentioned that, Lou. I mean, as we see here on the score sheet and the halftime stats here, the goal was scored by Schofstall. We have an assist from both Giles Phillips, who had the initial assist, but Bida also got credit because he gave that initial through ball to Phillips. That goal doesn't happen if Bida doesn't have his head up and play about a 35-yard grass cutter across the Giles Phillips right on his foot. So you talk about smoke through a keyhole, Lou. That's a tight threaded pass on a line with Phillips making a very adept touch, able to get his head up and slot the ball back across to Schofstall, who didn't stop his run, but continued on to that back post to earn himself a big goal here in the CCIW championship match.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Tim. And so it'll be, I suspect Coach Doman is pretty happy with the play. He's telling his team more of the same. And for me, Tim, the biggest thing he can emphasize is maintaining that shape defensively and really not having a letdown here, right? We've seen Carthage, unfortunately, many of their games coming down the end of the season. The ITT game, the first game against Elmhurst, prior to winning in that 11-man shootout, we've seen them let the other team come back in the game and unfortunately lose some of those games, and that's what you don't want to see. Such a dominating first half performance to come out and have a giveaway or something, lose your shape defensively, and let them back into this thing. And as we said earlier, it's all about momentum in soccer. And you let these guys come out and get a goal, it'll be a whole different match here in the second. So I'd like to see them come out a lot of the same and make sure there's no letdowns.
All right, so let's see this. Let's take me into the locker room. We have 2 coaches, 1-1 game, CCI title game, for a chance to play to go to the NCAA tourney. Neither team probably with the resume to get an at-large bid. Carthage definitely with a better chance, given their schedule and some big wins over Ohio and Wash U and some conference matches. But, a couple of situations where you got losses like IIT. I know they were injured, things of that nature. So both guys have a lot to play for, and their teams, everything here matters. This is what you play for towards the end of the year. So take me into the head of Matt Klosterman of North Central and what he's telling his boys here as they get geared up, come out of the locker room in the next 6 minutes here.
Yeah, if I'm talking to them, Tim, I think I'm telling them, settle down, guys. We got outplayed. Let's face facts. We got outplayed. We got outpossessed. I don't know what the stats are in possession, but I'd have to say, like you mentioned earlier, it was probably at least 80-20 if not more, in favor of Carthage. So I would tell my team, guys, we got to get back to simple. We need to possess the ball. We need to move the ball wide. We need to look for some of the diagonal runs. I don't think the long ball is going to win this game for them today. And I just try to calm them down and let them know, guys, we get one goal, and guess what? We're right back into this, and then they're back on their heels. And frankly, the next team that scores is going to have the momentum to possibly win this thing. So
do you see how do you think North Central, from not possessing the ball really at all in the first half, how do they flip that switch? Do you see who are they going to target? I was unable to look in that first half and find who's the guy that you're going to target to take pressure off your defense, get the ball, win it out, and make a clever play up the middle. They're trying to go wide every time right away because that's where they have their one-on-ones, but they've been unable to do anything there in the middle of the field. And I think that's where they need to get some sort of possession and some sort of clever play so they can get some sort of 3v2, 2v1 diagonal type threading. What do you think there?
I think you're absolutely right there, Tim. We might even see the false nine. Is that what they call it? We might see something like that to bring another position player forward and try to create some opportunities. So, and again, if I'm Coach Doman, I'm telling my guys, let's keep doing what we're doing, continue to possess the ball. Let's try to pick out the corner a little bit better instead of right at the keeper on a few of these opportunities. And, if we find the back of the net again, I think the Carthage Redmen have to feel real comfortable about their ability, based on how that first half went, to win this one and get themselves that guaranteed bid into the NCAA.
Now, what do you think, Coach Doman? What's the first thing he says to the team and the last thing he says to the team going into halftime?
Again, first thing is probably, good job, boys. We did well. I think the last thing, if I'm Coach Doman, I'm telling them, is maintain our shape defensively and let's not have any giveaways. It's a lot easier said than done by the coaches and by us standing up here in the booth. It's not always as easy for the players on the field, but we just got to know that we can't have that. You got to err on the side of clearing that ball out, protect the lead, maintain your shape, and I think they'll be just fine, Tim.
So you bring up some good points. So you tell them that the boys know they're young. They're coming out of the locker rooms right now to head out on the field for about 3:30, 3:20 before we start the second half. The interesting thing, Lou, you mentioned, whose job is it on the field? It's one thing for a coach to tell you at halftime, but whose job is it on the field to make sure they don't do giveaways, they don't put themselves under, and they don't make a mistake that leads to a goal, but they make North Central earn it? How do they?
Yeah, I mean, that
whose job is it in the back there to make sure? Who's going to captain that ship?
Normally that comes from your senior leadership. That's going to come from your guys.
So like a Philip Dominski's not here.
Dominski's not there, but you got to expect Chavez to have some of that out on the field.
Is it Mavrogiannis? He's only a freshman, but he's the last line of defense. Is he telling the boys, guys, if you're in danger, get that ball out? Is it Bukhari? Who's making sure we don't give the ball?
You're certainly relying on the keeper a lot in those situations, and the keeper tends to be vocal. If he's good back there, he's vocal with the defense. But I would look to Giles Phillips, who, again, has been playing phenomenal. This kid's a freshman. He might be the player of the year in this league. And I would look to him based on how he's playing and the maturity and leadership he's shown, and based on how dominant he's been on the field. He's the guy that's got to step up, also being your center back and being right there.
So we see Bukhari and Phillips both on the field right about the 18 as they come out here from halftime. Those are your two rocks back there. Those are the guys that are going to have to pay the price to make sure you go on and you have more games left in your season.
That's exactly right, Tim.
So we have about 2 minutes left here. Fans are coming back into the stands. Looks like most of them have coffee or hot chocolate here. It is a chilly night here in the low 40s, maybe even dipped into the 30s. Lou, why don't you take a look and let me know what the actual temp is. Still no wind, so neither team has picked up an advantage coming out of halftime. No wind shift in the game. So what do we have?
That's right, Tim. 38 degrees. Feels like 31 out there, but as you said, there's not a ton of wind. Mostly dry through the evening. We had a nice sunny day today, and I think there's nothing about these conditions that's going to have any impact on the game.
So the brain trust is out on the field. You see Coach Doman walking with his staff. He looks pretty calm and composed. What do you think? What was the final word? You mentioned it earlier, but now you got a chance to see him. What do you feel he just said to the boys here to get them ready in the next minute to take the field for what could either be the last game of the season or the game that puts you into a position to win a national championship?
Yeah, again, it's the defense, Tim, and hopefully the possession. Keep possessing the ball. I'd like to see the 1-2 touch ball, moving that ball quickly. They definitely have the skill, and these kids are excited right now. But guess what? There's 45 minutes left to play, and that's an eternity in soccer, right? So you can already see by the way North Central is warming up, Tim. If you look at what they're doing, a lot more, small ball, close passes. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a bit of a strategic shift on their side of the ball.
I just don't know how you go 45 minutes of playing one style and then 45 minutes of a completely different style. I think you sort of, at this point, are what you are. And we have about 10 seconds, and we're about to kick off half number 2 here, playing for the CCIW championship here on the beautiful campus of Carthage College. And our Keller Field is staring us in the face here from the booth. Fans are all the way back in their seats. And the Maniacs look like they're down there ready for a second half and a chance to have their home team come run to the stands and give them a sign of appreciation for a job well done and a chance to go on to the NCAA tournament. So I'm excited here for half 2. Hopefully those of you who stayed with us here on the telecast are excited as well. Again, Carthage has played and had chances in the past to get to this point, and it'd be great, absolutely great for Coach Doman, who's earned this. He's put a very good program together. Really started again in the early to mid-'90s. Brought this team from really nothing and literally nothing, and brought some All-Americans. He's brought some teams that have competed for CCIW championships, and he's brought teams that have gone to the CCIW tourney. But I don't think anything would make him more proud than with this team and a lot of young guys fight through a lot of injury and make it again to the NCAA
There's a giveaway
tournament.
right there quickly, Tim. Mahoney looking to create, finds Chavez.
And you got the ball on the foot
This is
of
where
your
Chavez
biggest
really
playmaker.
excels, but
And we're going to see our first bit of plastic. I think there's a little bit of a situation. Chavez did lose that ball. I don't know if it warrants a yellow card. But again, I'm out on the field.
He's certainly playing the part well right now, Tim, writhing in pain.
And the referee, Okolaju, has been pretty good all evening long. So if he saw something, I'm going to err on the side of him getting it right there. So Carthage, again, going to have a dead ball in the southeast corner of the stadium, taking it from about 12 yards out, outside of the penalty box.
Looks
and,
like it.
Dangerous opportunity for Carthage and Giles Phillips. So maybe they make this a 2-0 lead here. So we'll see
what do you expect here, Tim? A bending ball to the far post, maybe? Is he going for the shot here, or is he looking to put one in on?
Yeah, I think because DeBoer has to stay on his near post, you have a chance to put this ball dead center, and you whip it in, and there it is.
That's a
and
goal,
there's
Tim.
goal number 2.
Brilliant ball
by Chavez.
I didn't see who got the foot on it, but it was slipped right in.
If we could run the replay here, and John will do a job bringing that back up, maybe we can run that twice. That was a well-struck ball, near post, drilled in, letting Carthage get a foot.
Just flipped right
flick.
into the back
All
post.
you need at that point is
Bitta,
a
it was
simple
Bitta that got a
redirect.
foot on it, it looks like.
The junior from Libertyville, Illinois, just south here of Carthage. 2-0 early in the second half. That's the way to come out and really show your wares.
They couldn't be happier. Let's watch the replay. Look at Bitta get his foot out and just redirect that. It's funny, Chavez and Bitta, they chatted as they were both on the ball prior to it, and they must have talked right about that, sending a ball near post, and he was able to get a foot on it. And that's
Chavez, an absolute drill job on that ball. Just put it right there. DeBoer really had no chance. He was in a helpless position. Not a chance to come out and get it before Chavez or before Bitta could get a foot on it, and really not a chance once it was touched.
That was a dangerous play there.
Just
Tim,
a simple redirection.
Tim,
Brilliant goal.
It's interesting. Right after that goal, I think I just saw North Central put together 5 passes, which was the most possession we've seen from them all day today.
Well, now at this point, I don't think North Central can afford to sit back. The ball took a little bit of a funny hop. Chavez thought he might have a bid on that, but DeBoer got back on it. So again, as it comes later and later, the field's going to get a little more slick, and you're going to see funny things happen. Bitta gets a head on it, but it goes straight back. Mavrogiannis should come out and get this one.
Giles Phillips just got stepped on there. He's limping around a little bit. Let's make sure he's okay.
Right now, the last thing you need is for your rock in the back to go down. It looks like he is actually injured.
He got stepped on.
We're going to have a quick stoppage of the clock here as the ref signaled. We have an injury to Carthage's stud defender Giles Phillips. We can ill afford him to be out for the rest of this match, or if you're playing beyond today, out for any length of time here. He already missed much of the early part of the season with an injury. I think it was a lower body injury. So not something Coach Doman wants to handle here. You don't want to sub your, questionably your best player.
Yeah, absolutely not. And yeah, it looks like he's going to be okay if I had to guess him. He just needs a minute. He got stepped on pretty good. The training staff has come out, and they'll usually
Is it the pink shoes, Lou? Let's be honest. Do you ever wear pink shoes in your days playing?
I didn't, Tim. Back when we played, they were black. Everything was black. Nowadays, it doesn't seem you can find anything other than a fluorescent color. But
are there black shoes? I haven't seen any black shoes. Are there any black shoes available for purchase anymore?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen anybody wearing the Copas.
I mean, back in the day, if you had the Copas, and then that was a step up from what the Kaiser Liga, and then the really nice ones were the studded cleat called the World Cups.
World Cups.
The World Cups. So that's when you were driving forward. So the Copa's about $80, and those World Cups about $120. I have to imagine these shoes here are nearing $200 or more.
Oh, easily, Tim, easily.
I'm not looking forward to that with two kids here in the booth next to us going to be hitting us up for those types of shoes here later on. This is how you kill time when there's an injury on the field and you're not a professional broadcaster.
So you're hoping that Giles Phillips is okay here, and hopefully we see him. He is walking. He seems to be walking back to a training area, Tim. So that is not a good sign for the Redmen.
Did you see it? Was a
that
step
ball's
on the
flicked
foot?
on, and then
Dolomas with a clever play.
And that's
slotted
deflected, and that's going to take a bounce.
Wow, DeBoer just gets it before
DeBoer, a little
Mahoney?
slow coming off his line.
Is that Mahoney streaking in from the right side?
I think Mahoney's typically out on the left. It may be Benjamin Potter
Potter
out there on the right, Tim. Yeah, Mahoney's right here close to us on the left-hand side.
Looks like a handball there on North Central. Again, just not a lot of confidence, I don't think, in the attacking third for North Central. Playing a real defensive brand of soccer, and right now they've got to shift things, so they've got to get forward. They've got to make some things happen. Here comes Bitta. And Chavez back at midfield, and he earns himself a kick here from midfield. So I'm assuming Bitta's going to put this in the mixer, see if we can't get on the back end of another one. Going up 3-0 here would probably be the death knell in this match. Probably
I like
pretty much
that ball.
seal it.
I like that ball right there. Possess, send it out wide. There was a lot of space, Tim. Here it comes from the corner. Very dangerous.
A little wide. No one on the back bar. Dolomas probably needs to make that run to the back bar as it was wide open. No one really there, but he's controlling the ball, plays it to Chavez. It's not getting too cute, but very clever. I couldn't tell if that ball was out of bounds, but Chavez looking like Ronaldo here in the early stages of the second half.
That was his third meg of the game, I believe. That ball is a dangerous ball, but just can't get onto.
Wow, Chavez is putting on an absolute show out here. It's a display of footwork like we haven't seen from Chavez since the earlier parts of the season. And what I like is he's releasing the ball after one or two moves. It's not what he does, the scissors halfway down the field and doesn't release the ball. So Chavez is just on his game tonight. And when he's on his game, Carthage is just so much better.
Yeah, it was nice to see, as you mentioned, it looked like it was almost out of bounds, but he kept it in. He megged somebody, distributed the ball, got it right back, created a dangerous opportunity. That's what you want to see.
So North Central's got the ball here in the attacking third. I don't know what they do. They don't look too sure of their footwork up here. I think this is going to have to be a flick and a one-timer.
Yeah.
It looks like they've got someone, 28's going to make a big throw into the mixer and see if they can get on the back end of a ball. Mavrogiannis has got to
flip throw.
Got to be ready for this. A flip throw.
Very dangerous.
And there was the chance there. North Central's going to earn themselves a quarter kick here in the early stages of the second half.
That flip throw rivaled the Townsend throws, except he doesn't use the flip.
I think if North Central's going to stay in this one, they're going to have to connect here in the next 10 minutes to really put a lot of pressure on Carthage. So here's a good chance on a corner kick. We'll see with Giles Phillips out of the game if Maverick-Giannis is the guy that's going to come out and get it.
And it was Chavez that got ahead on that to clear it, and then
not sure with Phillips out of the game and a goalie that's not overly tall, why you're not putting that ball around the 6-yard line. That ball was sent way over by the 18. No one there really for North Central to get a foot on it. Not a well-struck ball there for North Central. I'm sure Coach Klosserman would much prefer a ball played inside the 12.
Schafzel. Here comes another flip throw. That one a little bit higher.
The flip throw is going to hit about the penalty box. Clever little footwork.
That'll be a
but
goal
that ball is
kick.
going to run off the table and out for a goal kick. So, again, your Carthage dominant sort of early here to start the second half. North Central with their best opportunity as that both throw-ins were sort of sent into the middle. But, again, nothing to do with the footwork or the style of play. It's just let's throw it in there and see if we can't get something. And Carthage has got to protect against anything cheap here. Really make North Central earn it. Make them do something with their feet rather than just give away a dead ball or a throw.
Looks showing real strength. Looks like Romeo Lukaku out there. Now Chavez with some room to operate again. This is what he likes to do. Quick footwork.
He's
well defended. Draws a foul.
He's going to draw another dangerous foul.
Well defended there. The defender did well to not really give him much.
1 on 2. It's a situation we played with a guy named Brent Malmstrom who is known for doing things like that.
He gets booked. I think it's more for talking to the ref, Tim, rather than the actual foul itself. And now the ref's actually talking to Chavez here.
I think he's letting Chavez
watch the simulation.
Watch it. Well, I don't know if so much simulation, but also watch if you're going to be doing all those moves on the ball. Someone's going to come in and put body on body. So
Tim,
I played with the guy, Brent Malmstrom, who was known for that. In fact, when he beat a guy, he'd say beep, beep, like the Roadrunner as he was sailing by him. Guys didn't take very kindly to that, given Brent was about 5'5".
What do you expect to see here, Tim? Same of the last play? Try to slip one near post?
I think you go near post again. I don't think I think De Boer is much better high in the air than he is.
Interesting that Bitta, now that Giles Phillips is out of the game, Bitta seems to be hanging back to be a bit more of the anchor there.
Ball played in.
Couldn't
quite get on the end of that one.
And they just decide to go deep.
The carries in the back there should just let this ball ride or play it upfield and not mess with it. So, again, I like the low-driven ball, but just didn't get a flick on that one. So had someone got their foot on that, could have been another dangerous situation for Carthage deep into the North Central territory.
So far, Tim, Carthage doing exactly what we would have thought Coach Doman wanted them to do coming out here in the second half, and North Central not looking much different than they did in the first.
And I think if things stand as this and Carthage continues to play well, he'd much prefer Giles Phillips be able to stay on the bench and make sure he's okay to play for games that are coming up here in the NC2A tourney. However, first things first, you got to win this game. So I think if Coach Doman feels a tide turning at all, Phillips will be back in the game if he's able to play.
This is as dangerous as a corner kick right here. Townsend about to throw just a rifle into the middle. Look at how dangerous that is. Oh, and he found.
Couldn't tell if that was Yoder, 15.
Great play.
Is that Schofstall?
That was Schofstall again, Tim. That was Schofstall, number 12, that just couldn't get a foot on it.
That was Nathaniel Michaelis that had the ball maybe on the back post that couldn't get a foot on it. A good little heel pass, very clever, played to Dolomis. And a lot of triangle play here from Carthage, really working that sort of 3v2, 5v1 type situation. You try to play really quick, tight passes and come out of it. Ball headed out by North Central. Another ball thrown into the middle, so Carthage really having their way in the attacking third, just unable to connect there on that last series. And probably not a ball North Central was going to win. Definitely a foul, but wasn't going anywhere with it. So a lot of times those are the ones you see the refs just sort of let go. But he hasn't blown his whistle too often in this game, so probably felt like one was earned there for North Central. Going to have a ball here from about midfield, and you're likely to see another ball played in around the 12-yard.
Good ball, well driven, Tim. Well defended
by Bitta, and Dolomis is going to play it out. Schofstall just waiting to get on another back end of this. As North Central's defensive line gets higher and higher, it's going to make them susceptible to a through ball.
C.J. Bachman getting a card, it looks like, Tim.
Not sure what happened over there, but it looked like it was to the Carthage bench. Not sure what the situation is, but the fourth official is talking to Coach Bachman, who either said something in a rather loud tone or something the referee didn't appreciate. So the fourth referee and the referee are talking, and I think they're going to be given a sideline restriction to not go beyond a certain part of certain point past maybe the 40-yard line. Coach Bachman will get his head back in the game. Coach Doman will have some words with him, I'm sure, in private later. If I know Coach Doman like I think I do, there's a chance for a slip.
Come off the line here. You got to come off the line and get this. Great.
Mavrogiannis comes out and times it very well on the second one.
That was dangerous.
What do you think on the first one?
You got to come
out
and grab that first one.
Yeah, that's one thing I think Carthage, as we go through the season, depending on the teams you play, your goalie's got to make it easier on your defense. It's very hard as the other team is plowing forward and has some rather tall players with some strength. You need your goalie to go up and help your defense
Phillips back out on the field. He's going to get his first touch since coming back in the game.
And hopefully that's no indication of things to come. I think Phillips will clean it up.
He is limping. If you watch him, he's hobbling. And I think if I'm Coach Doman, I keep him out there for a few minutes, but I might get him off and get him arrest him because I still don't see North Central threatening dramatically right now.
Well, I think that threat's going to come on a dead ball again, or look like a handball. Best chance for North Central.
Great save.
Great save.
Great low
save. Well struck by number 22 for North Central, Carl Bappert. Great save by Mavrogiannis, who hasn't had any work.
Mavrogiannis yelling at his defense right now, doing exactly what we said, trying to get the guys marked up.
Looked like there was a handball in North Central, and that ball was being cleared, but the ref let it play on, and another dangerous opportunity.
A lot of pushing going on in the lower end of the box.
The ball sent well wide. Again, North Central with some really tall athletes here in the center of the pitch. Wonder why they're going so wide or playing the ball so deep on these corner kicks. So about 11 minutes gone here in the second half. Carthage staked to a 2-0 lead.
Big throw.
Big throw and played. That's a situation where we've been there all game. Chavez or Dolomas has been there, and now either it's tired legs or North Central is trying to send some guys forward.
That was a nice pass.
These are the fouls we would like to see cleaned up. No sense for Bitta to foul a guy 35 yards out, but now it gives them a dead ball chance. Or my fault. That was Townsend. Townsend just got to hold the guy up, make him play the ball back, or make him play the ball down the line, and now you're giving up a very dangerous situation here.
So far, they've actually been able to capitalize and create some opportunities on these dead ball plays. I think 3 of their most dangerous ones have come in the last. That's another dangerous one. Great coming off the line.
Mavrogiannis is really starting to play well. The freshman is really coming into his own here.
He's asserting himself. Good possession, going wide.
A wonderful save, and his first really shot of the game. He makes a wonderful save there to keep this a 2-goal lead. And Chavez with the ball, one at midfield, plays one direct up the line.
Schaffner.
Schaftal is going to earn Carthage a corner, a chance for them to relax, get their footing right, start playing on their front foot because they've spent the last 3-4 minutes maybe playing on their heels a little bit.
Townsend will come all the way across from the left back position to take this.
Townsend does more running to take dead balls and throw-ins all over the field than he has to do on his left flank, Lou. And if you can hear the Maniacs there, a couple of them don't even have shirts on, which is crazy given the weather here today. Townsend puts it in. The ball's played back out to the 18. Chavez had a chance, but foiled by North Central. And they're going to play it up the line into at about the 45-yard line. And Bitta will have the ball. We got a couple substitutions. Looks like Vogel's coming in for.
And there's Townsend just getting back to his spot to throw this one in.
And, when that happens, about 30 seconds are going off the clock every time. So Carthage protecting that 2-goal lead. North Central not mounting much of an attack.
A lot of space here to settle.
Every minute that goes off that clock is a minute closer to playing in the NCAA tourney with a chance to win it all. And for those of you at home sitting and watching in a heated home, It is freezing up here in the booth. We have the window open so we can see the game a little better.
It's got to be really cold down on the field.
And these boys, I'm sure they're feeling a lot better than the coaching staff, who's very still on the sideline. I'd much rather be playing with my blood flowing.
Chavez with a big win in the middle.
Good use of the body.
Possess.
Good use of the footwork. Played forward. And North Central, again, with 5 guys back here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Here's a counter opportunity. Chavez
they're not
with some
protecting
space.
the lead.
Oh, I'm not sure who
need
that
to get
was.
back into the game. Chavez plays it out wide. Looks like Vogel with a one-on-one opportunity. Makes a move. Shows his back to the defender. Looking to play the ball across.
Good
and the ball's going to go out to
Bitta.
Bitta for a 1v1 chance. And Bitta is going to keep possession of the ball and play it back here to Towson. Towson's going to switch fields.
Very nice ball
Beautiful
right there.
switch of fields.
Beautiful ball.
Riley gets back on the end
Riley's
of it.
able to hold on to that.
Can Carthage get the ball? They should have players forward given how long they possess
And that's
the ball.
going to create a throw-in opportunity for Towson.
You know, the
Here he
longer you
comes.
possess the ball in the attacking third, the more guys are usually in the box. What we see from North Central, other than a dead ball, if they get across, there's usually one or nobody in the box in front of Mavrogiannis in the Carthage net. So
It's an interesting strategy here to try to defend against this throw. They put a player right up on the sideline, and
not really bothering
he's got a
Towson.
good chance of catching an elbow. Watch.
Yeah, Towson just sort of goes right around him and throws the ball. That ball didn't go as deep, so it's sort of working here a little bit for North Central, putting a player on,
It is a smart. It's a
on
very,
Towson.
Chavez willing to continue to go back.
We're going to see if North Central starts to put a little higher pressure on it. Looks like they are. They're attacking. They're maybe playing a false 9 here, getting one more player forward.
Bitta needs to slip it
Nice
one more
play by
wide this
Bitta.
way. Oh, that's a hard foul. That's a hard
That looks
foul.
like that's going to be a yellow, if not more than that. That was not an attempt to play the ball. Very dangerous. Bit of back up on his feet. Not happy with the contact to his ankles, which is normally not protected with the shin guards the kids wear these days. Dangerous opportunity here from about 44 yards out, 40 yards out. Looks like Chavez is going to be on the ball. We'll see how many guys Carthage sends forward. If you look back, it looks like they're not willing to concede an easy breakout by North Central. We have 3 of our best players in Towson, Bakary, and Giles Phillips, all behind our own 50. Any other time in this game or other games this season, one or both of those guys is forward and in the box. So
They decide to go right into the wall.
it was going to be a very deep shot. Not sure I understand what they were trying to do there. And it looks like they're going to call an offside. So 15 minutes into the match, not the way I'm guessing North Central thought they'd come out and give one in the first minute of the second half.
Very dangerous play, Tim. Towson's there to get it wide, and actually there's some space out here and a counterattack opportunity. If you look on this side, you got Bitta. Oh, look at this ball, Tim. He gets
Ball
it out to
wide
Bitta.
side to
Great,
Bitta.
great wide ball. They're going to slow things down, though, I think, and possess.
Wow, North Central with probably one of their best counters of the night. Really had a chance to get forward there. Mavrogiannis came out of his net. Very uncommon for us to see
Chavez goes down hard.
either Bot or Mavrogiannis out that far out of their net, usually letting the defense sort of pick up those scraps. So
Towson does nice to get it off.
to win a throw, and now you've got about a 40-yard throw here for the to really clear your back end. So ball won there by Michaelis, but here comes North Central on the attack,
Oh,
and
they've
they
got
get
some
it
space
wide
out wide here, Tim.
and
Really
slung in.
Really
a
good
great-
ball. Really good ball. Wow. And that's a goal.
And that's going to be a goal. That ball
It's
ping-ponged
amazing.
around.
Went back and forth through the crease 3 to 4 times.
17 minutes in, North Central back in this game, 2-1. Wow, Carthage unable to get a foot on that. Ball needed to be deflected out. Big opportunity to clear the ball a few times, unable to do so, and it costs you with
Tim,
with
it's,
the ball.
it's
Beautiful shot.
amazing to me that they almost didn't capitalize on this opportunity. I said right here, you could see a very dangerous play. A
Dangerous
beautiful
ball
ball
in.
right there. amazing that this isn't put on net, and this comes back across, and then he finally buries it. But yeah, that is just.
So North Central back in this match, down 2-1 here with 28 minutes left. Both teams now in a dogfight.
Quick wide and looking to.
We'll see how Carthage responds to giving up that goal. Looks like Vogel wins the ball, slots one across. North Central back there to gather it in.
That goal certainly will breathe some life into the North Central squad.
Yeah, so that one should lift the spirits of North Central, who really had no attack. They got about 4 shots, and the first 4 shots on frame all happened in about the last.
Dangerous pass here too. He's onside, Tim. It's a very good run, all the way to the corner. He's going to try to probably draw a corner kick.
Yeah,
well defended by Bakiri, or
I think that was Riley.
Riley out there.
Riley, the senior. Knows not to give up the corner kick there, and yet wins the ball going forward. And Mavrogiannis should clean that one off his goal line, use his feet, and pick it up when he's threatened. So North Central with a bit of good fortune playing the ball up the sideline.
They're certainly going to make this interesting, Tim. They are not ready to go quietly into the night.
No, they're not in the final game, taking on number 1 ranked Wheaton in the CCIW semifinal, and having come out on top of that in penalty shots without giving it their all. North Central's not going to give in at all here. So they're actually, if you look here, they're getting 2-3 guys forward. In the first half, they had 1 guy forward. So
Carthage playing with a little bit too much urgency, in my opinion, Tim. Couple balls that have just been, played forward a little aggressively. Want to see them continue to possess here and settle in. I mean, they did give up an unfortunate goal there, but they've still completely dominated the game, and they need to remember that.
Yeah, we'll see if Carthage tries to really swing the ball out of the back line like North Central was doing earlier in the match. Because right now, again, if the ball's not inside your 18, it's going to be much harder for the other team to score. So wouldn't be surprised if Carthage tried to play a 1 ball out type of strategy here and keep the ball and make North Central work the ball in rather than just play the ball direct all the time.
You see Chavez very willing to go back to his keeper on a number of occasions here and try to make the easy play, which I like to see. Won't cause a giveaway here in the back.
But you did bring up, Lou, at halftime, how's North Central going to change their style of playing? I think you're seeing it. They did send more guys forward. They're taking a little bit of pressure off their own back line. And in doing so, look at this. They've got themselves with 5 guys forward. And Towson's going to have a throw in here at about his own 20-yard line. So 25 minutes left, Lou. Carthage trying to protect a 2-1 lead. Carthage trying to protect a 2-1 lead, and North Central trying to get the equalizer. Ball slipped forward, Schaufstall. Gets the ball poked out, but gets the ball right back. Plays the ball outside to Vogel.
That's nice play by Vogel. Vogel's got some real speed, Tim.
And the ball tried to be threaded through, but we picked up by Bitta here. Not sure
I don't like that play,
what the intent of that was at 45-yard line. So going to be a corner or a goal kick, for North Central here with about 24 minutes to play. So for those just tuning in, 2-1, Carthage with a goal in the first half. And then in the first 30 seconds of the second half, going up 2-0, and North Central at about the 28-minute mark, getting back into the game with a brilliant set of footwork there on the right side here, swinging it across and a little bit of pinball action, and then getting on the back end of it, back post and right into the net. So 24 minutes left for both teams to continue their seasons on. There's what you're seeing. So earlier in the game, Chavez was taking that ball down and trapping it.
Again, almost a giveaway there.
Now
there's a great wide pass.
Beautiful pass to Vogel.
Vogel's got some real ability to attack here. There he goes.
And it's
brilliant.
A shot.
Real nice.
And the shot just wide, but that's a very good counterattack. As you see, North Central playing a shell defense, a little bit of an umbrella, only with 3 guys back. And here's another chance for Bitta. And North Central equal to the task there. But Carthage trying to get forward here as North Central sends many more guys forward, exposing their back line a little bit. North Central carrying the ball down the far side of the field, looking to slot it through. Carthage wins that ball easily. North Central wins it right back. On sides there on the far end. Played in. And Mavrogiannis equal to the task there on his back line. North Central starting to have a little bit of the favorite action here. So, as you can see, they don't have as many guys back loose. So, do you think that's the decision Coach Klosterman made there at halftime?
You think
or did
so?
you think he waited till after that second goal was scored?
You think so? I got to imagine they wanted to come out. I think the goal that they were able to score finally gave them a little life. And they are certainly a little quicker to pressure here and looking to get forward.
So Townsend's going to have a throw here from his side of midfield. And ball slung in. Chavez is going to play that ball up a little too early maybe to be just playing those one-timers to the corners. But, you know, if you got to choose two things, have my defenders digging it out of their end or my forwards digging it out of the other team's end, I'm going to take my forwards digging it out.
Here comes another dangerous opportunity for Townsend to send one into the box here. We've seen what he can do. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Doman continues to keep several players out of the mix, and I think I'm not sure that's the wisest decision because Carthage could easily fall back on their heels here, and that's why the 2-0 lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey and soccer. Tim.
Surprising, unless it's because of Giles Phillips' injuries.
Great throw.
He's usually the one that's on the back end of these balls there. So is that Potter or Mahoney out there on the wide side?
I think that's Medesi over there, Tim, number 23.
It's hard to see that far away here from up in the booth.
That's Michael Medesi.
He's going to earn us a corner. Chavez is going to take it. And again, now you see 4 Carthage players back. Not really being too daring here. Don't want to get overly ambitious and playing a little bit close to the vest here. Chavez puts it in. Dangerous ball. Won by North Central.
Great ball to bring down by Mahoney.
Back out for Mahoney.
Mahoney's got great
a 1-on-2.
Good
And he
ball.
slots it in. Dangerous ball. Kept alive by Vogel. Cleared out by North Central. One back by Carthage. And finally played out to the foot of Bukhari, who puts it back in.
Slipped on to Vogel.
And there goes Vogel. And DeBoer's there to clean up the action. But I do like that that direct play there. You got a slip header, keeping it out of your own end. Townsend wins the ball. Bit of misses on that attempt, but you saw what they were going to do. They're keeping it out of their own 30. They know North Central can't score if they can't get it inside the 30. So
this is where North Central is starting to move the ball much better, Tim. Oh, that ball a little aggressive there.
But look at that slickness on the field. So do you see how much that ball picks up? It hits the ground and picks up pace. So Mavrogiannis got the ball, and he's going to, I'm assuming, kick this ball out. Should get this ball across midfield on a big punt. Or he's going to put the ball back on the turf and kick it from the ground there. So 25 minutes, Lou, into the second half. 20 minutes to play for one of these two teams to have a chance at getting to the NCAA tourney. Both teams would be a magical way to sort of cap the season. CCIW play gets grueling in the final 4 weeks of the season. So both teams would like nothing more than to be the team to represent the conference in the NC2A tourney.
Mahoney really working for it down there, but unfortunately loses it out of bounds to a goal kick. Yeah, feels like it's getting colder and colder up here in the booth, Tim. I wonder if the players are feeling the temperature dropping out there on the field.
So I think we're going to actually slide the screen shut because it's getting hard to take the cold. It's a still air. There's really no breeze, but the biggest issue is it's freezing. So what do you think the players are dealing with there? There's a couple without even sleeves on.
I remember back from my playing days, Tim, as I'm sure you do. When you're out there, especially in a championship game like this, you're not thinking about the weather at all. Once you start running around and the body heat is going. Usually it's not a factor.
The last thing a lot of times you want is halftime, right?
Absolutely.
And here comes a flip throw. Ball played in, just into the box. Won initially by Carthage, but kept alive.
Very dangerous, Tim.
Very dangerous situation. Nice play by North Central to get on the end of that. Put it in. Mavrogiannis makes a
with a real nice play there.
So the guy that got no work in the first half, virtually no work, has been really worked over here, and I'd say the last 15 minutes, where North Central is really starting to show
Good
what
flick
they
and sent
what they
wide
can
here. And Michael Modesti just couldn't get there.
do. Can Shane Riley
Chavez
clean
is
that one
open
up?
in the middle.
The ref again letting the kids play.
Really has a different feel, Tim, with that window shot, doesn't it?
It does. It's a lot warm up here. The game's taken
There's
on a
Vogel.
whole
Vogel
different,
really creative out here. Look at his. Oh,
his touch and his strength.
can we finish?
Wow.
No, Chavez goes right to him. Vogel has really created some dangerous plays. He reminds me of a Raheem Sterling coming out on the wing and just some very clever touches.
Clever play here by North Central.
Now you're going to see Giles tested, and he gets there.
And the ball's going to be sent up for a goal kick. Very dangerous.
Well defended, and you can see Giles. He's still a little ginger on that. I don't know if it was a foot or an ankle, Tim, but he's feeling it.
So Dolomas is going to come in to spell Chavez. I'd assume Chavez is going to get a quick breather and be back in this game, or do you think that spell is the duration of the game?
Oh, I got to imagine Chavez is going to be getting back into this game, Tim. He hasn't done as much here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. We saw a potential shot opportunity. Dolomis getting hit right at midfield near the 40.
So North Central went down. Looks like it was slick turf. Initially, I thought that was going to be a foul on Bitta, but he wasn't even in near the North Central players. So it looks like he just took a spill and then fouled Dolomas as he won the ball. Bakary plays the ball up the sideline.
Vogel, who's been dangerous.
Vogel gets a head on it from Mahoney. DeBoer's there to clean it up, though.
He runs a player over. That looked unintentional. I'm not sure there was anything there.
I'm not sure North Central's got a lot of gripe.
Both players chattering. Giles with the big header.
To get out of the way there. So North Central trying to possess the ball more here in the latter stage of the second half. And Carthage, the team that's more just willing to play the ball upfield.
Good
dangerous
flick.
Chance for Sarah Mahoney here. And he still maintained possession of the ball. Played across, but no one from Carthage there. But Bitta's here to clean up and takes a shot from
I'm not sure
way
why
out.
Bitta's taken a couple of deep shots. Yeah, that was Kevin Mahoney with that dangerous opportunity leading up to that play.
And unless he's injured, I'm surprised we haven't seen Sarah Mahoney.
We haven't seen
here.
Sarah Mahoney, yeah. Last game that we called, he certainly was
real energizing.
He was explosive up front.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that could really put some
Tim.
speed and really get on the back end of one of these opportunities. So here comes Riley up the pitch. Plays the ball. Good
Mahoney,
turn.
Great turn. Can we get wide this way? The play there, Tim, was to come wide to Vogel, and we missed it.
And Vogel's going to get back up on his feet.
I'm just not sure Dolomis. I think it was Dolomis.
Great play by Towson. Uses speed and his body there. Oh,
there's a lot of...
Bitta couldn't get on the end of that one.
Dolomis went down in the middle. He was
Dolomis
not
gotta
happy,
get
but
back.
look at this. This is a dangerous developing play here.
Bakary right there to clean it up.
Well won by Bakary. We're going to go ahead and open the window up.
It's hard to call a game without feeling the game. Feels like you're just watching it on TV and calling it from the couch.
Could be dangerous. Looking for the through ball here.
Phillips is not really going to leave that those hash marks. I can't see him or Bakary getting outside the numbers, especially, but really trying to stay inside the hash mark and make life real tough on the wingers and the forwards for.
Yes, come wide. Look at
North
here
Central.
comes Vogel with a lot of space. Tim, he's very. He's very dangerous, but not sure what he was looking for on that one. Decided to take what appeared to be a shot.
I think he was trying to bend that ball in, just never really got a full foot on it. So
well defended there.
Dolomit.
That's got to be a foul.
Ooh, I think the guy got it the wrong way. Vogel was the one that got pulled. The ref clearly missed that, but only saw Vogel after the fact. So this is one that the ref definitely missed, but now gives North Central a
Tim, this is
interesting opportunity here from the 40.
Critical here. We have not defended well against these free kicks from this area, and a goal at this point in the game could be very dangerous.
Low driven in. Phillips gets on it. See if Carthage can keep it in and play that ball upfield.
That was
wisely they
mishit.
do, but the ball just mishit. So played out for a dangerous throw, and you're probably going to see the flip throw here from, I think that's number 28, Jared Collier, freshman out of Bloomington, Illinois.
That's a real weapon, just like Towson's is. That ball on a missile.
Well, Phillips
won by Phillips.
Got.
Very dangerous. Well stuck and cleared by Phillips again.
Phillips, you can see why you really need Phillips. Looked like someone's offsides there on that initial ball.
Well cut, Tim. This is very dangerous.
Ball played just wide and high. North Central on the attack.
He's gonna want that opportunity back again. He got it to his left foot and maybe not his strong foot. Just couldn't get enough on it. But
it was a brilliant,
really clever cutback
by number 3. It looked like that was Joey Fellaini again, who's starting to really dominate some play here on the right side. Cut Giles Phillips back, made a very dangerous ball cut across to the 18, and North Central with a big chance to tie this one up with under 15 to play here in regulation. Carthage wins the ball back.
A little bit, they seem a little unsettled right now, Tim. It's almost haunting how some of the halftime predictions we made are coming to fruition here. Exactly what you didn't want to see. And you can see North Central building in confidence over the last kind of 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem when you're protecting the lead. And you see it in all sports, right? Some team always makes a run. They always start feeling their way out. They start putting more pressure on you.
And here they come, Tim, down that right side. Fellaini again here with a clever little flick.
Dolomus uses his body there, but North Central looks like they won it back. Fellaini wins it back, and they're going to play it up, but Towson's there to play it back upfield.
Oh, it could have been dangerous.
Is that Rimkiss now, I think, up front?
Uh-oh, Tim, very dangerous. Again, he's onside, but that is going to be just out of his reach.
Ball just rolls off the table. Fellaini's really looks like he might be gassed, but he is not going to give in with maybe less than 12 minutes left in his season here. So expect you're going to get the best from North Central here to look to equalize. Carthage needs to find one of those opportunities to get a transition goal, maybe get a quick counter, and get on the back end and try to get by North Central, who's only playing about 2 or 3 guys back right now. So
counterattack opportunity here, Tim. Here they come with numbers. And they get it to Joey.
And he plays it up, but that ball again is going to go off the table. So any ball played a little too direct, that ball's got to be played at about a 45-degree angle, and a lot of these balls are being sent 75, 90 degrees, and they're just running right off the end line. So, Lou, about 10 minutes to play. Both teams playing for it all here as the time winds down. I think you're going to see both teams sort of figure out those last substitutions and go with the guys that got him here. So I expect to see Chavez come back out on the pitch, try to settle the team down and maybe play some balls to the corner flags where maybe a Vogel or a Mahoney can get down there and sort of kill some time while also trying to create an opportunity for their teammates.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, Tim. There's been a lot of back and forth here in the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, very dangerous the way North Central is really trying to get forward here, and they're attacking with many more guys than they were doing in the first half and even the early stages of the second half.
Giles
Phillips is just a man possessed.
Giles Phillips. Now Bitta with some. Oh, we'd like to see Bitta carry that a little. Oh, that's a goal, Tim. That's a goal. That is a goal.
Brilliant goal, Lou. You called it. It was tough to see if that ball was going to just miss. I believe that's Johnny Rimkiss who just went off the rim of the goal.
From Bitta. I was surprised that Bitta released it as quick as he did.
A brilliant pass from Bitta. A great job by Giles Phillips. Do not remember he won
two balls, not 1, 2.
Two head balls at midfield.
Rimkiss catches the side netting, as they call it.
From about 30-some yards out, DeBoer well off his line. Rimkiss puts it over in the upper 90 on the far post. That should take some steam out of North Central here.
But there is still 10 minutes left to play. Let's see if we get a quick replay. I mean, watch the quick chip. Ball. Keeper came out and Rimkiss.
Wow, he was inside the 18, off the frame and in. And now Chavez is back in to sort of settle the boys down, probably play corner flags. Steve likes to play corner flags late, let his guys go get the ball up the field, and make North Central have to defend with their back to their own goal.
Great defensive play there by Bitta.
Bitta's really stepping up here.
Bitta's got room to carry, and he'll pull it back and possess. Very nice. Very nice, Tim.
Very nice, yes. Right now, Carthage wants to maintain possession of that ball. If you're going to lose the ball,
with some space. He's got space, Tim.
Lose it in the corners. Do not lose it in the middle of the field.
There you go. Great run right there.
Chavez coming off with a little extra. Take that ball to the corner flag, though. That's where the freshman makes the mistake there. Get the ball to the corner. Make North Central try to play it off you and earn a corner kick. Instead, you give the ball up around 20.
Great ball there, Tim.
And Fellaini in the box. And everyone on Carthage.
Little miscommunication there, and that's not the clearance they were looking for. Tim, I really liked that diagonal ball coming from the North Central player, and he just in stride. He actually served up a beautiful ball, but unfortunately none of his teammates were there to find the other end of it.
Luke, now did you see that ball though where we lost it? Instead of getting into the corner where you have a chance, you bring it back inside and lose it.
Yes, a brilliant pass right there.
Potter in the inside.
And
he goes over the net. Makes a brilliant move, gets inside the North Central defense and doesn't slide it far post low.
Tim, that
tries to go up and over.
First touch was really cheeky to get in front of him. He almost could have gotten taken down and drawn a penalty kick there, but he found himself one-on-one with the goalie and he decided to go high. He's going to regret that one.
Wow, though, the game has really gotten wide open with both teams. North Central pressing forward, Carthage on counterattack after counterattack.
And Ben Burke's going to kick that ball back into play.
You know what's amazing is at one point we really felt the tide swinging towards North Central. Now after that goal, all the momentum shifted again. So it was a matter of whose will was going to give in. And Carthage was able to capitalize on one of the counters finally, while North Central was shoving guys forward with opportunity after opportunity to tie this one up.
Tim, is that Sar Mahoney out there on the right now? I can't quite tell.
Yeah, it looks like Sar Mahoney's gotten in the game here. Fellaini.
Interesting that he didn't get in until late in the game here, but
Fellaini has really been that player for North Central here in the second half.
Really
That's
nice
really
touch
changed
to
the dynamic.
Flag. Oh, and just misplayed there.
I think Steve's going to have Sar Mahoney go in and play deep, and he's going to try to get him to the corner flags and tell him, you just go.
Wow,
Here goes Rimkus.
Heck of a throw by Townsend. Can Rimkus get there? He gets a piece of it.
Wow. I'm not sure what the call is. Both guys sort of sliding in. That would have been a dangerous opportunity. Sar Mahoney would have been one-on-one with the goalie, and no one within 30-some yards of him. Great effort, though, by Johnny Rimkus, who's just ran about 20 yards to go make an opportunity for his teammates. Fellaini with really good footwork. Right now, you just want to keep the North Central players in front of you. He's got 1-on-3, nowhere to go. And the linesman's going to call a very interesting foul. That should just be a throw-in.
I think it's a throw.
1-on-3, the linesman's got to know better than that. That's probably an ambitious call for a linesman that's trying to reward North Central.
I think Fellaini tried to sell it. I'm not sure there was anything. He was well defended by three guys.
There's nothing there. That was a missed call by the linesman who's trying to make this a game here towards the end. Dangerous ball played in, and Giles Phillips gets ahead on it.
And there goes.
What you want to do, though, going back to it, is
great stuff by
everything Fellaini does now. He's trying to get a foul called. So a lot of simulation.
Mavrogiannis with a really nice play, Tim, coming off of his line, not appearing to be timid at all.
Well, right now you have 5 minutes to play in North Central season. Carthage has 5 minutes until they can move on to the NCAA tourney as the representative from the CCIW. Probably another team from the CCIW will follow Carthage in, Wheaton, potentially North Park, who didn't even make the CCIW tourney, Lou, but who had a very good campaign this year. So as many as 3 teams from the CCIW could be in that tourney, with 2 teams getting an at-large.
There's Sar Mahoney showing some of his speed, Tim.
But right now, if Carthage can keep North Central from equalizing here with 2 goals late in the game, Carthage is going to get that guaranteed spot in the NCAA tourney. Wow, some great play from North Central there, but 1-on-4 is usually not a winning formula.
Over there. And there's Townsend coming in to win that ball with a strong header.
You will not see Bucheri, Townsend, or Giles Phillips go up past midfield the rest of this game.
Good
Their
work.
job is to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And you may even see Austin Bitta not go past midfield here.
No, it looked like that was a interesting.
Not sure what.
Looked like that was a Carthage throw. Thought it Townsend
looks like
was
a
ready to
Carthage
send
throw
that in,
but the ball, they're going to move North Central back 5 yards and let them rethrow it in. Not a foul you want to make, Giles, because there's nowhere for him to go. So it looks like
Fellaini really hearing it from the Carthage crowd. I mean, every play he is, I don't want to say simulation because that was absolutely a foul, but I think he's embellishing a little bit. It might be fair to say, Tim.
Yeah, so
and the crowd really giving it to
Phillips
him right
may
now.
have gotten him one of those spots on the lower back as he came running in with maybe an elbow or a knee to the back. So I certainly think it was a foul. I don't know why on earth you're fouling a guy with his back to the goal 40 yards away. But now North Central with another one of these dangerous dead ball opportunities.
Great ball.
Ball swung in. And Giannis has to go up and put it over the top.
Amazing save, Tim.
But again, why foul a guy with his back to the goal to give him a free kick? That's really about their 8th dangerous play here late in the game. North Central has really done a good job with these dead balls. These set pieces have really been North Central's calling card here.
Giles gets ahead on that, Giles Phillips, and will Chavez be able to get the wheels going? His work rate is really strong, and he's got space, and he's got a man on his right. Oh, and he decides to go for it.
Outside of the right foot. He didn't know he had his teammate. I think is that Potter?
I think that was Potter that was wide open on his right.
I don't think Chavez was running full speed, saw an opportunity.
It was an aggressive, it would have been a great.
Is that Charlie Adams, Stoke City against Chelsea last year from the 60 yards out? So
dangerous opportunity here, Tim. If he can get a foot on that, and unfortunately he doesn't.
It's a great ball played through, but
he just couldn't get that first touch.
Central couldn't get on the back end of that. So about 2.5 minutes left.
You got to feel pretty good if you're Carthage here, up 3-1 with 2 minutes to go in your own free kick. You expect Mavrogiannis to take his time on this one, but not delay too much.
So about 2:10 to play here, Lou, as you said. Mavrogiannis is going to play this out. After this ball comes down and gets anywhere near the Carthage end, it'll be under 2 minutes to go. You're protecting a 2-goal lead, which you had right early in the first half. North Central made it a 1-goal game at about the 28-minute mark. And,
real aggressive.
Both teams have had their share of chances here in the latter stages of the game. Again, Carthage on the counter. And North Central playing a very forward game. Very aggressive. 4 high for North Central, pushing the Carthage defense. Look at the triangle in the back. Those guys aren't
they're within 4
yards of each other, Lou. Minute and a half left.
Rimkiss putting pressure on.
Minute and a half left here. And Carthage is going to get whistled for a foul at this point. You just want to sort of protect your own end. You got to score 2 goals in less than a minute, basically. So here comes North Central.
They're going with a real quick wide ball. That's a good looking, lot of space.
Throw a bender in here, and Phillips wins that ball out.
Phillips.
Ball pushed back into play. North Central offsides about 4 guys. Less than a minute to play here at Art Keller Field. Oh, great ball.
Wow.
Ball just sent wide by North Central. If they had started playing this style of soccer in the first half, this could have been a much different game.
No, it's a little bit easier to do when everything's on the line, Tim, and they're getting everybody forward at this point. Expect about 25 seconds left by the time this ball comes down into play. He's going to take his time getting this kick off. 30 seconds to go.
Well, Carthage
opts to go with a low, which gets flicked.
Carthage played a very difficult schedule this year, Lou. I think this is why Coach Doman does it, to get the guys' makeup ready for these big contests down the stretch. Carthage definitely earned their way into this NCAA tourney. They've got to be super ecstatic.
Laying on the ground, and that's going to be it. The team trying to get the crowd into it, and they are ecstatic.
your 2015 CCIW champion, Carthage Redmen.
And you've got fans rushing the field.
Congratulations to Coach Doman, Coach Bachman, and the boys on a job well done. There's a mob scene here.
The kids really seem to be enjoying this.
Wow, there is a mob scene going on right here in front of the booth. Let's get a picture of that here. We've got guys with their shirts off. It's a little ambitious here in this weather, but Carthage should be super proud of what they've done and accomplished this season. They had a great start to the year. Really played strong during the middle parts of the season. Had a couple parts of the latter part of the season where they didn't have their best form. But when it counted and they had to win 2 games to make it to the NCAA tourney, Lou, they did it.
Oh, they certainly did, Tim. And what an exciting game. You know, Carthage really dominated in the first half, and when they came out and scored so quickly in the second, this one could have easily gotten away from North Central. But I think they showed a lot of resolve coming back. They scored a pretty goal that went back and forth through the crease a few times, and then it became a ball game. And I got to tell you that third goal by Rimkus and the pass from Bitta was really something.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here, so you know you couldn't see from up in the booth how many people are down there at the south end of the field. But you know, Carthage did bring a great crowd. It looks like North Central traveled pretty well here too, as the fans are right in front of us. But again, Carthage comes out on top, 3-1. They're your 2015 CCIW champions, and they get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. What Steve has to feel great about is the season's not over. And a lot of times after the last game of your schedule, if you don't make the tournament or if you get a chance to play for this, you don't always come out on top. And this is got to be a great feeling for Coach Doman, who's been in this position quite a few times in his career.
He's got to be happy, Tim, especially when you think about the injury issues, some of the cards that the guys have been playing on coming down the stretch. So to do this with a lot of young players and some that don't have a ton of experience even playing this year, Tim, you see some of these guys coming into their own. You had enough leadership on the team that they were able to get the win here.
It looks like we're going to have the trophy presentation to Coach Doman here around the 30-yard line, right in front of the Carthage home crowd. And very ecstatic moment here for Coach Doman to pick up his second or third CCIW championship.
I was just going to ask, how many has Coach Doman been able to have over his illustrious career here at Carthage?
I think this is his third CCIW championship.
So that's a big deal, Tim. It's just too bad his brother Mike couldn't have been up here in the booth today. There's a nice shot of the kids on the field. Well, any last words from you, Tim, as I think that's going to about wrap things up for us.
You know what? This has been a tremendous opportunity. I'm just so blessed that we could come up here twice this season and call 2 terrific games, a tie versus North Park, and then to come back, be invited back to broadcast the CCIW championship on Art Keller Field and have Carthage come out on tops. I've got to tell you, that's a great moment here as an alum and a proud supporter of Carthage soccer.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Tim, and it's been great to broadcast with you up in the booth here, and we wish Carthage a lot of luck as they go into the NCAA tourney, and hopefully they can be safe tonight and enjoy this championship, and it's been a great experience.
So again, I think we're going to stay on as for those of you guys that are sticking with the coverage here. Carthage elated. Now they're going to go celebrate again with their fans, holding the trophy, treating it like it's the Stanley Cup. It's got to be a great moment. You can see the faces on these kids. They are absolutely ecstatic. You know the work they put in. Having played this game for many years, there's no better feeling than carrying out a championship trophy of any kind. So it's such a proud moment, such a happy moment here for the and to be able to do it on your own home turf. How often do you get this opportunity?
Yeah, not very often, Tim. So I think that was part of. They came out with the right intensity today. they scored that goal early on and really set the tone, I think, for the game.
And there they are. They're walking back out onto the pitch. You see Coach C.J. Bachman. I'm sure he's Snapchatting this, and I'll be getting that on my phone here in just a little bit.
Be interesting to talk to C.J. to see what he got that card for, Tim. I'm not sure if he said something to the referee or.
I'm sure right now it's the last thing.
Maybe
on his
it was
mind.
his gesticulation at the time.
But again, so the crowd here for the last time will be signing off, and again, your CCIW 2015 tournament champions, your automatic qualifier to the NCAA, your Carthage College Redmen, well deserved, well earned, their 11th win of the season. Little Tyler Doman wants to give a shout out to his dad on an awesome game.
Here's that first goal again.
Here comes the first goal. Here comes a recap. Giles Phillips over to Scholzau, and it's 1-0 Carthage. Now we're going to see that set piece from Ivan Chavez, going to be struck low into the near post.
Right to Bitta.
And Bitta's going to get right in front of DeBoer, redirect it right into the net. And here you're going to see North Central with some clever play, gets the ball to the wing, thread the ball through. We're surprised one or two of these didn't go in. And then hammered home finally to make it 2-1, 28 minutes left. North Central with a lot of momentum at that time. But right here, Bitta unselfishly plays it forward. A cheeky finish from Rimkiss. The ball sort of stays on edge and hits the post and goes in for your 3-1 winner. Great experience. Look at Coach Doman. He's got all the boys huddled around him. He's got that great demeanor. He's so proud of them. I know talking to him before the game, he was a little bit nervous. Didn't want to show it, but knowing him the way we do, I know he was a little nervous. This has got to be a great moment in front of his home crowd, his fans, the place he's called home here for the last 20-plus years. Loves his community, loves his school, loves his team, and now he gets to play on. And I think that's a great feeling here for the coaching staff, the players, the families of all the players, Lou. And all the alum that support the team.
Yeah, you talk about the families, and as we mentioned, Mike Doman, unfortunately not here to see his brother get to celebrate this, and Leanne Doman and Alex Doman probably at home watching the live stream of this broadcast.
It's a family affair, Lou.
Right
It
now.
is a family affair.
Alex, if you're watching right now, we wish you were out here today too, and we know that you're real happy for your Uncle Steve. So it is really a family business, Tim, and he's done such a great job with this program, and I think they're all the Domans, Pam and Steve included, will be having fun tonight. And
a shout out to Greg Pignataro. He's the guy down there, for those of you still watching, that is wearing the tank top with "You miss 100% of the shots you do not take." So what a guy to come out here, tank top, lead the Maniacs in their cheering, and have a chance to travel with the team a lot and go to the next tournament championship game. So our kids are down there on the field taking this all in. We've got a lot of kids at homes throughout the Midwest here tuned in, watching this game. And as Lou mentioned, probably some of them should be getting to bed here relatively soon. But again, stay with this. There's a cup being hoisted again. Such a proud moment. I think everyone's had their chance to sort of grab hold of it and walk with it for a little. A lot of pictures being taken. The families all waiting down here at the north end zone, waiting for the kids to come out, get their hugs, and the adulation for a job well done. So
I think we're going to sign off, Tim. It's been a great broadcast, and again,
thank you to our producers Michael Murphy and Michael Love, our associate producer John Voinovich, and our director Cassandra Pacheco, class of 16. Our replay done by John. Thank you, John, for all those great replays. Matt Reinsel on graphics. Logan Milway, Carlos Diaz, and Jeff Jones on the camera. Job well done. And to Dr. Bond, got to be a proud moment. Another CCIW championship trophy goes on his wall, another plaque, and another banner to be hung in that amazing gym. So for all you that stayed with us, thanks for that. And, follow your Redmen as they proceed through the NCAA tourney. So for Lou Defalco, this is Tim Burke signing off from Art Keller Field on the beautiful campus at Carthage College. Goodbye.